Good evening.
Good evening, Harstem. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. You welcome too.
Yeah, me welcome to your stream. You to mine.
Yeah.
You sent me a replay this morning. Good.
Yeah, but this was just it was a replay I watched and I didn't get it.
Can we watch it together?
Yeah, I want to watch it together because I don't understand it.
Okay, cool. Let's jump into it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I will understand it.
Okay, wait. I need to. I'll just share a screen, right, with my stream.
I'm sharing it. I would like to control it if possible.
Yes, I would like that. Okay.
So I will share it after restarting WarCraft again to get the audio source right. Your initial statement on the replay before we watch.
My initial statement.
Yeah, what was your opinion on it? It's one of many replays you watched. Something happened.
Yeah, I just didn't understand the build. The first 2 minutes, I just got confused.
Okay, cool. Let's check it out.
I didn't understand what the purpose was, basically. But it was a high-level game, so I always assume everyone knows better. That's the default setup. I think it's good.
Yes, this is how to do it, guys. Harstem, of course. Aren't you like top 15 on the StarCraft 2 ladder right now?
Yes.
Yeah, and of course, a practiced pro player, we know this. The more you know, the less you should think you know. At first, assume that high-level players are correct, and save your clever little stubbornness for later when you're really, really, really confused for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
Absorb, then start to become stubborn. Perfect, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a look. I wonder if he's going to do the 3 peons in gold in order to get his voodoo lounge and barracks out early.
I'm not seeing your thing, by the way.
Okay, you should see it. Go ahead and exit whatever you're seeing. Like, click the portrait in Discord.
Okay.
And then it's one of the other screens, right?
Okay.
You were looking at my webcam, most likely.
Yes. Okay, wait. Let me set it up properly real fast. 1 sec.
Yo, I watched Hearthstone ladder a bit earlier today. It's looking pretty good. Oh, good. My little birds are reporting. You've played WarCraft on stream.
A lot. Yeah. Like
nice.
3 hours this morning.
Wow.
And I played an hour and a half before that off stream. I was gonna just play 1 or 2 games, but then some things, I felt like I was onto something, so I wanted to keep playing. Can I continue the thought?
It has affected me too. Yesterday I was playing only Blade Master against human, even though you should go Farseer, because I wanted to make sure I have data points for you as well.
I actually played. I watched a lot of replays, so I started mixing in a lot of Farseer too. I played quite a bit of Blade Master, so there's. Yeah, I'm a different human being I was from. Well, what is it? 2 days ago now.
Okay. And do you feel like your lost streak in StarCraft 2 yesterday is because I fried your brain a bit too hard 2 days ago, or unrelated?
Possible. It is possible. Today, everything went better. StarCraft went much better. WarCraft 3 went much better.
Good, good. Yeah, it takes some time. Like, when you get bombed by data, it takes some time to process it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the replay. So I am not recognizing what I'm seeing yet. I'm just going to pause it for a second and say I'm not recognizing it yet. Lin has a build that he goes for 3 peons in gold for a little bit, so that he has 80 wood. Well, let's go to his point of view. So that he will have 80 wood in order to make a voodoo lounge on time. The voodoo lounge needs to be at 95% altar progress to get items without delaying yourself. But if that was what he was doing, which is what gives you a early grunt, to be clear, you will get a synchronized blade and grunt had he put this peon, which is gathering lumber, to make the usual timing barracks. And then by having 3 on gold and 1 of those on lumber, you would get 20 lumber, so you have 80. 80 minus 50 for the racks is 30, and then you can make a voodoo lounge here, so that you go out of the gate with the normal, fastest possible altar, with heal solve, cell TP, grunt. You can start creeping, and then you don't have to do the run back, which saves you 10 seconds, right?
Okay.
So this has been a build that he has had. I am watching and learning as I go, because I have not seen him do this before. I don't know where it's going to go yet. So he's gathering extra lumber for what? Now, you know that, maybe you know the history of 4 peon. I see that you're already microing your peons, but do you know there was an arms race of WarCraft players versus Blizzard?
No.
So in 2003, 2002, when WarCraft came out, it was the successor to StarCraft 1. In StarCraft 1, you could build a spawning pool kind of towards your gas, and it would actually optimize pathing for your workers to do better gathering.
Mm-hmm.
And that could make 2 drones do more than what they would otherwise do. It was the same in WarCraft 3, and it's especially true in diagonal placement of gold mine. When it's directly top left of you, it's the best. Then top right, bottom left, bottom right, you get the best suboptimal peon count mining. Now, Blizzard's theory is 5 peons is 100%, and 100% is 600 gold per minute, 10 gold per second.
Okay.
Right? That's optimum mining.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you are suboptimum, it should be pro rata, which means 4 out of 5 should be 80%.
Right.
But we are able to be better than this because basically you can only have 1 peon in the gold mine at a time. And that is the limit. It's not how fast they walk. A lot of people ask me on stream sometimes. They're like, oh, could you endurance aura next to your peons? Could you bloodlust them? Could you speed scroll them? But that's not the point, right? You can only have 1 peon in the mine at the same time.
Yeah.
That is the cap. That's the threshold. So the only way that you would truly achieve 80% mining with 4 peons out of 5 is if you were to exactly need that long and you would arrive exactly at the time where that would cover an 80% load of income. But that's not what's happening. So you can sometimes be faster than that. So maybe you'll be 85% or 90% efficiency. And that's not the intent. You're supposed to pay for a lack of peon by 20% lack of income.
Right.
And so what Blizzard did is this was back in 2003, they did a patch. So pretty recently, they decided to do a artificial slowdown. After you've completed 1 round of mining, or maybe like half a round, it would slow down your peons in order to artificially obtain the 80%. And it only recognizes that it is in a process of gold mining when it has done like half a round of gathering, like maybe it went from the Great Hole to the mine or vice versa.
Right.
And so every time you touch a peon and you send it to do an idle task, like build a burrow, go to lumber instead, go attack the enemy, they have normal movement speed. But when they're in a process of gathering gold from the gold mine, they have slowed down movement speed in order for it to be correctly at 80%.
Right.
And this is why this works, where you keep pressing the peon and send it back in, send it back in, send it back in. They're always on their first trip. They're never on their second trip. And so they keep their speed. Now, I discovered this a long time ago, back in 2000, 2002, 2003. And that's when Blizzard implemented the slowdown. And before, you didn't even need to do anything. If you were in the optimum location with a burrow here, so the gold mine would be here, and you built the burrow here, it pretty much did 4 being nearly 100% by itself. So that's Blizzard that stacked a stick for it. Stokje versteken?
I got it. I don't think anyone else did.
No, sorry. That's when they fixed it, and then we started doing this: click, click, click. There's 2 ways to do it. You can take the peon that drops back the gold and then send him to the gold mine.
Mm-hmm.
And the alternative way is to keep taking these 2 peons, one that just dropped off, one that is about to deliver gold, and then you press E for return resources.
Mm-hmm.
And what that does is basically return resources is a smart command by Blizzard. It doesn't just return resources. It tells every peon in the control group to resume the task that they were doing. So even, let's say for instance, you take this peon now and you put him here because you were fighting or repairing, right? He has no gold in his pocket. So the only associative command that he has in his unit card is gather resources, which is hotkey G normally. And so you can press G here normally when the replay thing is in here, and then you can left click on the trees or on the gold mine. But he doesn't have the return resources command because he doesn't have resources with him. And this peon doesn't have a gather command in the unit card. And you can see this when you're in a custom game,
Right.
which I guess I could show you, but I'm assuming you believe me.
I believe you.
But Blizzard smartly associated the return resources command not just with units that have this, but also units that have dropped resources so long as you select this one simultaneously with a unit that does have resources. So say, for instance, I've got 6 peons standing here, and none of them have resources in their hand. I don't remember who was gold and who was lumber. All I need to do is find any peon anywhere on the map that has any resources in his hand, select him, hold shift, select the other 6, then I press return resources, and these 6 will all go back to where they belong.
That's very funny.
That's interesting, and that is the kind of extra work that Blizzard put in creating a fantastic UI UX control scheme that just does what you hope it would do.
Yeah.
And so when you mess around with burrows, repair, so long as you've not issued a right click on the wrong resource, like if this peon clicked on this tree, a misclick, and then went here, he would not remember he was a gold peon. He would think he's this tree gathering peon. But overall, what this means is that you can have return resources, give a command to a non-resource carrying peon to go back to where he belongs. And that means that this peon will understand he should run to the mine. And the funny thing is, peons have another associative behavioral change. Aside from the artificial slowdown in the gold mine, they also have a loss of collision.
Yeah,
This
I
is
noticed
why
that.
you notice this. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why peons that return lumber have no collision. They can walk through each other. But when you tell them to return lumber, they're on their first trip. They're not on a return trip. And that
Right.
means that they have collision. So for instance, if I have these 2 trees cut,
Yeah.
and my peon is here, and he's cutting this, and he has 8 chops, and you need 10 chops to return, and there's a blade master here, and he starts attacking the peon is stuck. And if I touch the peon, and I send him to go drop lumber, that won't work, because he'll be on his first trip.
Right.
This is a case where over micro can hurt you. Just let him keep chopping, and that's the only way he could get out. Because once he finishes the 10th chop, he will walk through the blade. And a lot of people don't know this. And it happens by accident sometimes when I trap a peon. They're like, oh wow, that peon just escaped. Did the opponent let it happen on purpose or not?
Yeah, yeah.
So what's happening here is that when you take these 2 peons and you press, and I should just show this, I think it's better. We are fully playing off the audio, but we should be using the visual realm as well. This is because the game was started via W3 Champions. It forgets that... okay, here we go. So right now they have no collision, which is why they can walk through each other, see?
Yeah.
So when I click these... Well, this is a kind of a bad angle. Sorry, I should go to another map because it's horizontal, so it's a little bit harder. They sometimes take another route on purpose. Go over here. Can't you manually return resources? You can, but they'll be on their first trip, which means they don't have the added behavior that Blizzard built into them to avoid certain abuses that we can nonetheless do. So what happens is when I press return resources, which I can always press, even if you don't see this in the... yeah, I can always press it when I select one that has resources. So when I press return resources, they suddenly gain collision. And that means that they will displace out of each other. There will be a little mini teleport, if you will. And if you do that right, then they can squeeze past each other in the direction you want them to go. Provided that they are walking through each other. See that?
Yeah. Almost no one does it like this though, right?
Only Hitman does it. But you see how sometimes you gain a teleport?
Yeah.
So Hitman was able to, in diagonal gold mines, get 100% mining with 4. He sent me a replay, and I spent like an hour trying to copy him, and I couldn't get 100% income. But it is possible. That's why I say it's possible to be anywhere between 80 to 100%, 80 being default, and any extra gains you have to get closer to 100%. And one more common misunderstanding from people is that this gains you gold, but it doesn't, right?
No, of course not. It just gets you the maximum capacity. Yeah.
It gains you lumber and
Yeah.
loses you less gold than you otherwise would.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start the replay again. This was not your question.
No. Yeah, it's just like how in StarCraft 2, when you open up with no scouts, very often you end up getting more gas. Because you oversaturate your minerals. You always make sure you have 16 on minerals anyway, but you just
Sure,
get more
yeah.
gas. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's true. Well, you get a bit more minerals first and then more gas.
Yeah, true. Yeah. The main resource that you improve on is gas, so your tech is much faster. Yeah.
All right, so I don't understand why he's getting 10 lumber, but maybe we'll find out soon. I'm just going to X through this. But then he filled his mine, so he's looking to book extra lumber. You know what? Okay. So what he wanted here is just to get more lumber, just so that he can take faster. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So this is a new and evolved strategy from Lin, I think. So I told you about the 3 peon mining, where you can squeeze out a synchronized grunt with your blade and pick up items from the shop as you come out. So you've got the 95% altar progress shop, which allows you to take it and go onto the map. This is useful if you want to go straight towards the enemy mercenary camp, expansion, or something of the like. If you go altar, burrow, racks, 30 lumber weight, shop, the only way that makes sense is if you take the ogre warrior, pick up an item, come back, exchange your TP for items, go into the map.
Yeah.
That's a very normal way to play that many people often did. The reason you would want the 3 peon non-stop lumber mining to get 80 lumber to do shop racks is to have a grunt into the map at the same time as your blade and to have items. And the reason you would want that is because you want your grunt to arrive shortly after your blade arrives on the other side of the map, or you want to use your blade and grunt on the first camp, finish the whole thing, again without the need to go back to the shop to pick up items.
So you win like 10 seconds on that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And what Lin did here is he said, yes, that's how I used to do it, but I really don't think the grunt is valuable enough because it is slower than the blade. It comes out 1 second later anyway, usually, right? And it is also slower in movement, 270 versus 320. So it would arrive here pretty late, and I don't think it's going to play enough of a role, but I don't want to skip it entirely when taking to tier 2 either, because it creates some annoyances, such as when an enemy does this camp with immolation, heals up and runs straight to your base, then you don't have a grunt to dissuade them from standing in your worker line. So you still want that early grunt. It is a scout, it harasses wisps. It could join creeping if you wanted to, or it could check different spots, because the blade that doesn't go mirror image doesn't have a lot of places to check at the same time.
Yeah.
His movement is a very valuable resource, and so now the grunt is checking things, and that's why he wants to do it that way. But he's no longer willing to pay the gold deficit of having 3 peon mining for a bit, because he values resources more, and the grunt is more of like a scout and stuff.
So this is the eco play, the eco variation.
Eco play with item fetch,
Yeah.
early item fetch, with normally go across the map and harass, but he doesn't feel like he could get to the mercenary camp on time. I think he tested it before, he decided not to, and is instead just picking up an item. And then you could of course do all that without a racks. You could be like altar, burrow, voodoo lounge, tier up, then racks, then second burrow, then finally a grunt, and then your grunt arrives very, very late. Your first grunt's later, second grunt is later, and you gain maybe like 10, 15, 20 seconds on your tech. But now you have so few units that an opponent will start to dream of Demon 3 rush, 6 archers, Naga rush, and you just won't have enough grunts. You have like 2 grunts, shadow, blade level 1, no items, no options for scouting. You're kind of blind. You don't know if they're expanding, and so on. So that's why he has the grunt.
Okay.
So do you want to watch the rest of the game? Need or don't need? You've already seen it.
I don't need to watch the rest of this. No.
Okay, so you understand the opening a little bit more.
Yeah. I was just very confused because it felt like the barracks was a little late, but good explanations. A lot of things it's very hard for me to judge what is good and what is bad. So I blindly follow, and then I hope it will turn all right until I understand
That's the way
something.
to do it.
And I try to make as little. Actually, my intention is to make no changes in build orders, even if I truly believe that the response that I'm doing to something is incorrect. So I'll watch like a Lin replay or something like that, and he's playing a particular build versus probably because he scouts something or he sees something, but I'm making no changes because I don't understand what changes I should be making anyway. So I think the chance is bigger that he's doing something correct than that I figured, that I understand what to respond to.
I 100% agree with your approach, and I use the exact same approach when I was learning from better players, or even peers sometimes.
Do you do the same? You played Dota, you learned Dota pretty recently. Do you do the same? You just watch high-level games and then you just trust on them?
Yeah, I would just look at high MMR game, copy their build, and then go play it. Admit I'm not very good at it yet, but try it. Yeah. And then my entire chat would, many people in chat will be like, you're literally griefing your build. Your build is wrong.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, but I just saw it from all the high-level players. Everyone's doing it right now. They're like, no, I'm pretty confident. I last played this game 5 years. I played it for 5 years, and I can say that your build is wrong. Yeah. very, very patience testing sometimes. But yeah, that was my method. I would copy high-level builds like a complete copycat.
Nice.
Until it felt right or wrong.
Yeah. I love that. Huge fan.
You've done some homework. I think it's time to see how you're getting on. Shall we just watch you play a game?
Yeah, I'm down.
You're gonna go play ladder.
Okay, wait. Let me make sure that you can see everything. WC3 for Discord. Can you see it?
Yep, I got it. I see your champions, and it's the same scene, so I should see WarCraft pop up when it's ready, I suppose.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So I just decided to get like a kind of a single build for every race.
One per race.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So like, there's no difference. I feel like I might want to change things up a little bit based on whether I see an expansion. Like, I kind of would like to have within the next week have like a little bit more variation based on things I see. So have a different response to someone expanding and a different response maybe even to certain heroes. I think that would feel nice for me, but we'll see.
Did you notice how your Peon came to the right of your burrow and lost some time? Can you rally somewhat to the top left of your great hole and then shift click it to your mine? A little bit higher.
Oh, higher?
Just a bit higher. Yeah, like that. Then he comes from the top. I don't even know if it's faster because he came from that far, but something to keep in mind. I like how you did your burrow with the fourth Peon because you recognize otherwise it would delay your hero for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You've seen this from builds.
Yeah, but sometimes... I'm talking too much. Sometimes I see other players, they still rally it anyway.
Yeah, because they're lazy.
Okay.
It's you lose 2 seconds on hero. They're just lazy. They're autopiloting. When I'm tryharding, I do the fourth Peon, and when I'm talking all the time about content, I just rally the new Peon. All right, what race are you against?
Orc.
Okay.
I've been playing a bit of Farce here against Orc, but also some non-Farce here. So.
Yeah, both works. You're going without shop.
Yeah. I'm gonna run across the map.
Okay.
If I run across the map, I don't get a shop.
Unusual in Orc Mirror, but I'm gonna watch.
Yes.
It's because I haven't actually watched a lot of Orc Mirror games. I think maybe 1 or 2. This is the lowest amount that I've seen.
Yeah, makes sense. Any mirror in RTS is the easiest to learn because you can just copy the last guy that beat you.
But then I'd just be tower rushing with Farseer Firelord the entire day.
Really? That's what they're doing.
That's what I lose to, and it hasn't lost me a game yet either.
Okay, but that's like 4 gate. Doesn't teach you a lot, right?
Yeah, that was I'm pretty sure I could do it to a pretty like a higher level than my other matchups are
I
currently.
have beat Hitman with it.
We need more gold. What task is there? Oh.
You show him you're here instead of blind wind walking for the chance of maybe being undiscovered. He wind walked, that's 20 seconds.
Yes.
He's gonna get ensnared. No, he's not.
What task is there? Yes, I am yours. Hey, excellent choice.
His wind walk is running out in 5.
Excellent choice. I am yours. Oh,
He's not here right now.
Are you
Oh,
hero
there he
and
is.
obey? What task is there? I am yours. What task is there? Yes, Lord. Oh, yes. I am yours. What task is there? Yes, Lord. Haste to my blade. On the burning blade.
Might put your blade away from you.
Yes.
You don't have solve, he does. He has 60 mana, so he can wind walk some again. Nice
Excellent
damage.
choice.
So he lost 66 gold on heal cell, but he gained it on
Are
TP.
you hero and obey? I am
Probably checking you out. Try to do stop micro,
Yes, Lord.
make him miss.
Yes, haste to my blade. I am yours. Excellent choice. We're under attack. I am yours. Yes, hey, are you hero and obey? What task is there?
Check how many salves he has.
Yes, Lord.
Okay.
Oh, what task is there? Are you hero and obey? Hey, excellent choice. Yes, Lord. Yes. Yes. Hey, I am yours. Master, what do you want? Yes, Lord. I am yours. Are you hero and obey? What task is there? Excellent choice.
Separate your control group, the healthy ground and the rest. You need to keep track of where he is with the healthy ground.
Yes, Lord. I am yours.
Heal the rest.
Yes, Lord. What task is there? Work complete. I am yours. Upgrade. Oh.
You didn't need clarity.
Yes.
It's gonna delay your tech buildings.
I am yours. What task is there? Yes, Lord. I am yours. Oh.
Oh,
Strength.
Task
Brute
is
strength
there.
after totem.
I am
Normally.
yours. Yes.
I think you cancel it.
What task is there?
If you had speed scroll, you can definitely save it. You are still saving
Excellent
it.
choice. Are you hero and obey? Yes.
You heal self blade, but he never lost it.
Oh, really?
Yours. Hey, taste of my blade. Yes. Oh. Hey. Excellent choice. What do you want? What task is there? What do you want? Yes. Master. Yes, Lord. Are you hero and obey? Oh. I am yours. I am yours. Excellent choice. Are you hero and obey? Yes, Lord. Oh.
Get ready to replace the surround on your blade with the ground if need be.
What task is there? I am yours. What do you want? Oh. Yes, Lord.
Almost
task
good.
is there?
That's it.
I am yours. Oh. Yes.
Who do I kill first?
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Oh. What task is there? I am yours.
Direct
What
my
task is
blade.
there?
You want heal wave?
My power.
well, hex.
Yours. Hey, are you hero and obey? Yes, Lord.
Girl.
Yes.
You want to get ready for a quick 50?
Yes,
You spend slightly less money on items, so you can get to 50
task is
faster.
there?
There are enemies hiding.
Take the orange next to
I am
you,
yours.
left to your left of
Yes,
shadow,
Lord. Ready
next
to
to the
ride.
overseer.
Am I allowed to get boots?
No,
What task is there? Hey,
start the camp.
Use my power.
Next overseer. He has aura.
oh, are you hero and
Make sure to use your walker when you produce your walker.
Yes, Lord. We're under attack.
4 mil.
Excellent choice.
Use my power.
I don't have a hotkey for this yet.
What task is there?
Faster.
I should have gotten some salves from this, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Be my next victim.
Always. It's always max.
Yaman.
Work complete.
Pick his expo with shadow. He's probably at bottom right, so just track him with blade.
I am yours. Yes.
Direct my blade.
Check his items on shadow.
Say the word. What task is there? Oh, oh, are you hero and
Direct
obey?
my blade.
Go to your own small green and bring heal self to your shadow. Take the small green item if you can.
Hiding.
Hey,
Not this, not this, not this. The really good one. Oh, he is there. He's gonna be there. Careful.
are you hero and obey?
Just go get item and reconnect.
Oh, I am
No,
yours.
second walker first.
Yes, Lord.
Stockholm, okay.
We are eating
Go connect. You need heal cells.
Yes.
You cannot
connect.
do this.
And obey.
Yeah.
Ready to ride.
It's a heal cell.
I already have a second walker.
Yeah, third.
Oh, hey, yes, Lord. Yes.
Skip a third
Excellent
raider then.
choice.
Save for
Yes,
Kodo.
Lord. Yes. Excellent choice.
No hotkey for that yet.
Yeah.
Fix your control groups. Spirit link.
Are you hero and obey?
Fight.
Oh, I'm alive.
Yes. Oh, yes, Lord. Task is there. I am yours. Yes, Lord. Need something. Oh.
Try to always avoid single target healing. You could have walked back in and heal solve everyone.
I am yours.
Surround shadow.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I am yours.
Surround shadow.
Task is there. Yes. Task is there. Need something. Oh. Are you hero and obey? Are you hero and obey? I am yours. Yes, Lord. Yes.
Burrow.
I am yours.
Do a bit of
Yes,
creeping.
Lord.
Kill the raider.
We are eating
Yes, Lord. Yes, I am yours. What task is there? Oh, yeah. Yes, Lord. What do you want? What task is there? Oh,
Village.
excellent.
Take his shot. Take his shot. Take his shot.
Yes,
be my
Lord.
next victim.
Why he'll scroll.
Hey, are you
Do it if you
hero
can.
and obey? What task is there? I am yours.
Oh my god.
Second snare you kill him. Second snare you kill him.
Oh, I am yours.
Hex was unnecessary.
Yeah, didn't know that.
Yes, Lord. I am yours.
I thought I was so smart. I even missed my hotkey on Hex as well, which made it worse. I don't think you realized.
Did you hack? I mean, you didn't miss it.
No, no, I. Come on. What is this guy up to?
It's alright, it's alright. Heal, 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 heal. What a shit show!
Yeah, this is dramatic. This is awful. I wish you could look into my brain every now and again to see what I'm planning on doing and what ends up happening. It's so much worse than it looks like.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you planning to creep during the fight?
Dude, I looked at it and and I was like, I'm winning this fight so hard, I might as well take some XP.
You know, that reminds me of me in Dota 2 sometimes, where my entire team is in a team fight, and I see like a really juicy creep somewhere, some farm wave, and I farm. And I notice none of the pros ever do that. None of my chat ever says nice farm on the wave. They're always like, yo, there's a team fight going on. But it's like 3 ways, buddy. Yeah. So I also disapprove of your creeping during that fight.
Yeah, I understand. I
The evolution
apologize.
It's fine. The evolution of totem production used to be everyone went 1 walker into adept training.
Okay.
This would help you to get early dispel for both Hex, enemy Spirit Link, and also Books of the Dead and Cyclone, etc. But then those drops were nerfed, so then double walker became meta because you will have more power, more damage, more link, and you'll save up more mana, and those walkers will already be on the field, so that when you get Spirit Link, so that when you get adept training, your mana is multiplied by the same rate of max mana increase. And then if you are someone that meets the enemy for a mid-game fight, when you have 2 walkers and they have 1 walker and they're 60% of the way done upgrading the adept training, obviously you have a massive advantage,
Yeah.
right? And so in order to counter that, people would go 3 walkers
Yeah.
into adept training.
Yeah.
But then there is sometimes not immediately a fight, and then usually 2 walkers is the more moderate approach, because otherwise you may sometimes forget, or it'll be too late, and the enemy gets a buff or debuff, and you can't dispel it. Like if they find early scroll the beast.
Yeah.
So 2 into adept is fine. I wasn't aware you had 2 when I said make another.
So, but with 2 spirit walkers is fine, max.
Yeah, 2 into adept is pretty much the classic right now, the meta.
Okay, so my ideal army is 3 grunts, 2 raiders,
Yeah.
2 spirit walkers, a Kodo.
I think you're 3 short then.
Yeah.
12, 22, 3 to 2 is 8 times 3 is 21, 22, 45. Oh, maybe that's it. Wait, I mean, I'm just gonna shamelessly use a calc. You said 3 grunts, 2 raiders, 2 walkers. Yeah, you're 1 short. So 3 raiders, 2 walkers, and a Kodo.
Okay, you prefer three raiders over
Yeah,
three walkers.
the unit control that you get out of it is worth more than the third walker.
Okay.
And because walker upgrade takes so long, usually it ends up working out that way. But occasionally you may do double raider triple walker because you would have finished your war mill by then and you would really like to be making a Kodo already, whether you are at 43 or at 46. The moment you can make a Kodo, you probably should. And so therefore sometimes you'll do it from 2 raiders. You gonna hotkey the war mill?
Yes. R sounds correct, no? War.
Yeah, war. Yeah.
And then the Kodo I want as well. Where's the Kodo? Here you go.
You don't want K.
No, it's not on my keyboard.
He has a split keyboard.
What do you think? I mean, I could put it on T, I guess.
For what?
Koto. Very strong
Koto.
Dutch accent.
Koto Beast.
Koto Beast? Yeah, that will work. Okay, I think that's all the hotkeys I need. Every now and again, one will show up again. I'm like, oh, right, I wanted that.
Okay.
But yeah, this is fine for now. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not usually how we do Orc Mirror. You go into the map without heal solves. That means any trade you do where you hit each other is in his advantage.
Yeah.
We're going to need to get more efficient with our windwalks, and he was also very inefficient with windwalk. And the danger is, of course, if you're learning from him, that you think you can do a windwalk every time he does one.
Yeah. I also got away with murder here because it made no sense. The self thing is just ridiculous, right?
Yeah. Like, normally what happens, let's say if you do that against Lin, you show up with a blade, he already has the item, he already has heal solve. So he's actually double ahead of you. Right?
Yeah.
He has a circlet, not circlet, that has been deprecated to a higher level. So he has a claws, ring, or gloves, or a ring of superiority. He has access to sell his TP and buy double heal solve, and he knows where you are, and he has more XP. And then you show up with a blade that, albeit has full health and mana, but you don't have any of those things yet. So what he's going to do is he's going to run to his shop, heal solve himself, then he's going to go into the map, and you probably don't know where because you don't have a dust of appearance. And then you need to try and have a mind map of where the last moment you saw him windwalk, where he could be within the roaming distance of 20 seconds of windwalked movement speed, which is a 10% movement speed boost, I believe. So he'll be like 350 movement speed, 30 more than 320. Right? So you start mapping out where are all the green camps that he could reach with a solo blade, with an item, and a full length windwalk. And then somehow you need to guess. If you move without windwalk after him, his grunt will see your blade, and then he knows whether you are or are not on the right track. And then he can change his direction based on that. So he has all the information advantage when he windwalks first and leaves with those good things.
Yeah.
And if you want to chase, you are 3 steps behind. And what sometimes works is like you go left, his grunt sees left, so he sends his blade right. But then you go right because you're thinking he sees you and he's reacting. And then if you do that long enough, suddenly maybe you find him anyway nearby because you happen to do all the right blind reading, whereas he's seeing with both eyes open.
Yeah.
This happens sometimes, but you can't rely on it.
Yeah.
So then your best play is to finish off his trappers because they are the 2 bread slices. He already ate the cheese, but now you have to eat the breadcrumbs, the slices, without the cheese because he has the best creep. He can then choose to come back and contest you for it, which will lead to trading hits. And you have no heal solves, and he does, and he has an item, so it's more efficient for him, even if he's starting at a lower health point. And all he needs to do is to take 400 damage to get full efficiency in his heal solve, which is 400 health over 45 seconds. Once he has sustained 400 damage, and you've sustained 300 because he was pre-hurt from the creep camp or whatever, then he can leave. Same story as what I just said, but now you are across the map with a half-life blade, no heal self, no item, and maybe you're fighting for the trappers or whatever. He's going to go somewhere else to get something better.
Yeah.
So we want to avoid this situation.
Yeah.
And because it's a mirror matchup, we most likely have to mirror such a creep route where we start with our own Ogre Warrior next to the base, or we do go across the map, ideally with Voodoo Lounge items already in our inventory because we are leaving our atmosphere. And then you can go for a creep camp. Any of the green camps in the middle. Could be the the two on his side near the middle, the two on your side near the middle. You could go for an orange camp together with a grunt, but you need to come up with something that you think will have a positive meeting encounter based on common creep routes, which is going to require lots of training, lots of replay studying, lots of thinking to measure that your timings are going to be matching up. And sometimes it's all in your head, and sometimes it will be based on what your grunt can glean in information on the map by eliminating what camp he's been at and then being able to extrapolate where he would then logically be able to go next.
Okay.
So replay watching is going to be very helpful. Let's just jump into a random ladder game so that there's no pre-selection bias. I'll jump into a game and I'll stream it to you. We're just going to join a random ladder game that's going on W3 Champions right now, Orc Mirror in this case.
Okay.
You've experienced Flow TV before, haven't you?
Yeah, but you said you're gonna stream it to me, no?
Yeah. I'm just curious if you're familiar with it so far.
Yeah, I've checked. Like I said, Ik Ben Cool's game.
Okay. Let me start my... Yeah, I remember you said that. I'll start my virtual camera.
Okay, I'll turn
I have
mine
not
off.
used this method before, but should be able to work. How does that actually work? Share your screen, turn on camera, virtual camera. Yeah, that worked. Looks mirrored, but isn't. I learned from you.
Yeah.
You can see it okay?
Yes, works like a charm.
Okay. And we're going to find an orc mirror, though most likely it will be like Farseer mirror. This is roughly your MMR. Korean orc against Croatian. Okay, here we go. So Farseer Firelord is like a cheat code to easy wins. It doesn't teach you a lot of skills, doesn't teach you a lot about information because it's very simple. You start aggression and you aggression forever, and you may never have to creep.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to properly learn WarCraft but just have fun, easy wins, I would coach that strat. Like, let's say if I got coaching and I was still like making a living as a coach, I've often taught strats like this because most students are not interested in seriously learning the building blocks of RTS. They just want to feel a little better getting more wins that day than they did yesterday. So that's what they want, to be taught to cheese.
Yeah.
Some people were telling me in the thermal coaching arc or yours that I'm not teaching enough winning strats. But obviously that's not what you're going to be interested in just becoming like a cheese lord.
No. Although, once I start competing.
Hey, anything goes once you start doing the competition.
Exactly. First the foundation, and then it also becomes easier to learn the cheeses, right? If you have some way to transition out of it.
Yeah.
Or to just know just general stuff.
So Jackal, the Korean orc, he's using a strategy where he goes for the normal timing of altar, burrow, and barracks. Then he does a peon stop at 14 population. And then he makes a war mill. And what that does is one grunt into burrow. Or he even can stay on one burrow. And then he can fit in one or two headhunters, depending on his exact peon counting. I can fit in a headhunter when the Rax finishes. It's not perfect, but it's relatively close. He's already made too many peons. I would have made the burrow now if he wants to have more. So maybe this is like one Rax, one headhunter, and then tech without a second burrow.
This is what I saw Lin do against human.
Yes, this is very common against human.
Yeah, this is exactly how I play against human.
Okay, this is a good way to play it.
Without the second burrow. I first tech, I get one headhunter, I tech, burrow, more headhunters, I think.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, there's many variations, and the key here is not to do it 100% the same every time, per se. Focus is a player that does the same build many times, like old Happy. This peon got bugged.
Oh.
He wanted to return lumber to the Great Hall before the war mill was done, and now he never will until this peon 1 minute later is done with this tree. Need to look for such bugs sometimes. So the key with Lin is a very clever player that deviates his opening build a lot. You can see this burrow is too late. He cannot currently make Headhunter.
Yeah.
It's because he wanted his 19. He wanted his 19 population peon first instead of the burrow. So yeah, his build sucks. Like it's not.
Yeah,
optimized.
this looks nasty.
Yeah, this is painful to see.
Also, sorry, a question. Could you turn
yeah.
on the sound somehow? Because I have no in-game sound now.
I had no sound from you too.
Oh, really?
What I will try is to stop the virtual camera method, which I suspect makes it so that Discord cannot read the sound.
Yeah.
So I'm just streaming WarCraft, which I think will give you sound. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that virtual camera method that we got, that I got taught you, it's just a camera after all, so there's no sound.
Yeah. But it's worse than the sharing the screen.
It's worse, but it has as the sole benefit that you don't need to do it as you find a game on W3 Champions. But we're pro gamers, we can
manage.
we can always do the share screen thing mid game. The reason that this strat came to exist, kind of the history of the Grunt Headhunter meta against human, is at first in 2019, Headhunter meta started to become really popular. They had received some buffs, bonus range, bonus health, bonus regen. That was enough to make them viable. You would then spam Headhunters from the start. Your first Headhunter would start to get produced right as your hero finishes. So that's not helpful for your first camp, not helpful for your first harass, but you would then save up 6 Headhunters as you go to tier 2. And that would give you plenty of opportunities to take this big camp after initially harassing the human player, which was pretty cool. This is an evolved version that you see here from Jackal and that you've seen from Lin and Focus sometimes. You do start with the grunt, you momentarily sacrifice peon production, get the war mill, so you get the first grunt for the first camp, or first harass, however you choose to use it. Mm-hmm. And then with some belated Headhunter production, not like full balls to the wall Headhunter, but you can get like 3, 4, 5 HH out, depending on your exact order of things. And the cool thing is, because you have that one grunt, not only does he come out faster than any Headhunter possibly could, but also grunt will help you against fully dedicated defend footman upgrade openings.
Ah, right. You can just keep the grunt at home and he smashes them.
Not just for the footman run by, though. What you just said is very correct. But even in direct engagement, sometimes an Archmage 3 and 1 Water Elegiggle will do like damage on your Headhunter. And you can't reciprocate on the slow-moving footman wall that's coming after them because none of your Headhunters really do anything much. So you've got your Farseer and Feral Spirits, which can hit the defend footies. But even that one extra grunt just really helps to dissuade those slow-moving footies from moving towards the Headhunters with impunity. And then if you see that he is committing fully to defend footies, you can stop at 3-4 Headhunters and switch to a second grunt.
Okay.
The best second hero for Farseer opening usually is Tauren Chieftain, but Shadow and Panda are very valid alternative options. Panda is kind of a dark horse of the Orc Mirror matchup that can sometimes work because of the tempo that it gives. That Shadow should have been surrounded and dead. And you see what Fire Breath does. You can get like 3 Fire Breaths off. It's like 70, 75 damage each time. So it's very good against Headhunters. Obviously a lot more useful than Hex and Heal Wave in a Headhunter battle. So
is Headhunter versus Headhunter actually very common?
For the longest time ever, it was all about Blade, Shadow, Grunt Raider, Walker. And I believe that's still the best. But if you face Farseer, Firelord, and you open with Blade Grunt, then you may go Blade Panda, or Blade Shadow, or Blade Firelord. Those 3 are possible options. And then instead of going Grunt Raider Walker against it, usually you go Grunt Shaman. When you are a cheeser, you will open Farseer and go Firelord. Excuse me. And very occasionally will you see a Farseer player playing for standard macro. Now, standard macro Farseer against Blade is usually tough because the moment this spell comes out, Feral Spirits aren't as good as Blade. Blade is just better scaling, better late game. He's a better tank, and he has better damage output as the game goes on, and he's less mana reliant. And Orc mirror fights are pretty slow. And so mana is a big limiting factor, and Blade does not feel that limit as much as Farseer Shadow. So if you are Farseer and you like macro and you are against Blade, you will need to become a cheeser because you cannot macro that matchup.
Yeah.
But if you open Farseer with the thought of cheesing, but you see that you are against Farseer, suddenly you're in a normal macro game again.
Yeah.
Because you no longer have the time pressure of finishing the game early. So then instead it becomes much more like a StarCraft game where you are looking at a type of mirror matchup. You both have Blink Stalkers, and you can try to find windows of weakness. So Jackal answered that question with, like, are there any weaknesses, by saying, what if I just pick up a Panda and I attack when I know people generally don't have fortified defenses yet, and I'm the first aggressor. It looks like we have some kind of gentleman's agreement to both creep and never harass each other. And he said, I know how this goes. You're somewhere in La La Land. I go for your burrow. I have TP if I need to get out, which is a big difference with Blade openers that always sell their TP, right? With Farseer, you can make a decision like that once to say, I'm going to do something reckless and daring. You could pick up a Pit Lord. You could pick up a Panda. Could pick up a Fire Lord. There's all kinds of options, but Panda's usually the best. I'm just going to go attack burrows, and then I'll write that as an advantage. You can then follow up with a tier 2 rush. He's doing it from the tier 2. He's not going tier 3. He's got range upgrade, shamans. If I'm him, I would just bring peons. Sure enough, he is. He feels like he doesn't need to compete on the even level to pick up, a tier 3 tech. So he's playing full tempo, and I like that. He's got way more headhunters. Doesn't have troll regeneration upgrades on the headhunters, which I think is a waste. It's 1 health per second. Very good. And this creeping is super cringe because his peons are coming already. There's no reason to delay himself even more. I think he's going to solo creep the Panda, so he has Panda level 3 by separating the Farseer away from this camp. But this is, in my opinion, a very needless delay, particularly because he's not making a 5th burrow, so he's going to max on 50 population soon. And then this Headhunter upgrade is too late to be a part of the fight. He's got lots of gold and lumber in the bank, and so it really doesn't feel like this adds a lot of tempo. However, because he's 50 against 30, he's still going to win. And he's going to get Panda 3, so it's not the worst, I guess. But obviously, he would have had to have another burrow in production, because now look at this. He's attacking with 500 gold. This is essentially like an all-in, but he's not playing it like one.
No, this guy is playing it slow.
Yeah, but he's 1600 MMR, right? These are the kind of kinks in the armor that you're going to iron out as you reach higher MMR. Like, if someone does this 700 MMR higher at 2300, they're going to make sure to use that gold in some way. And this guy just didn't make any units. I don't know what he was doing. He's still 29 population. All right. He did not see the threat. He's working on Bloodlust on a single Shaman, and he has a Headhunter upgrade to become Berserker on a single Headhunter. I don't know where his money went. Tier 3 Lightning or Bloodlust upgrade. So it's interesting because they're the same MMR, but there's a really big difference in understanding of developing one's threat ratio in a gradual way. Anyway, this is over. We don't need to see the rest.
I like it.
Let's have you play a game.
I like it. Do you want me to stream the camera or you want me to do the other thing?
I think it's better if we can hear the game sound. So you can just you can start by streaming the virtual camera and then swap it when you find game, or I can just wait until you find game and then you do it. It's okay too.
Okay, I'll do it like that. That makes no sense. I've already started searching.
Yeah, cool.
But what is the kind of the standard opener? Would it just be like, do you go double burrows in Orc versus Orc? Or do you...
Usually one burrow, fast tech, because one of the highest priorities in the matchup is fast shadow. And then basically like your 4 main goals are the fastest player to get Blade 3, the fastest player to get Shadow 3, the fastest player to get a Kodo Beast out.
And the first Spirit Walker is big or no?
Oh, and the fastest player to get the Shadow Hunter out. I didn't mention that yet.
Yeah.
So a fast second hero also leads to the follow-up goal of a fast Shadow 3, right?
Yeah.
So if you're doing double burrow and you're creeping a lot, maybe you're going to get Blade 3, but your Shadow comes out so late that you really lack a lot of multitasking to your opening, because you'll have a Blade 3, 4 grunts, and those 4 grunts are just waiting, right? And the opponent is starting to creep their Shadow, and then your Blade will need to do a lot against his Shadow and Blades and grunts together. It's a bit tough. Did you find game yet?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. Yeah, we will watch a high-level orc replay later, or like I play one or something, and then we can get some of the playbook, some of the priorities in mind.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would help if I have like a standard replay for each matchup, basically.
You want to watch standard, watch focus. As you can see, Lin is like a tournament winning mindset player, and focus is like super high-level standard Andy.
Okay.
So it's better to learn from focus, and then you watch Lin for tournament psychology and methodology.
Okay, I like that. Focus. Yeah, Lin is the highest rated orc right now, right?
Yeah, Lin has always been better than focus, but focus has always been more standard. So if you want to learn the standard, you watch him, and then if you want to take it to the next level, then you look at all the history and mindset of the last 12 months, how Lin has been developing his strategy and changing little bits from time to time, etc.
Okay. Makes sense.
I'm surprised you haven't found a game yet.
Yeah, me too. This is the longest I've ever searched in my life. 2 minutes
Everyone's scared. No one's searching.
They're all watching me play.
You said you have kind of an approach per matchup. We'll talk until you find game, and then we just cut it off.
Okay.
What are
Versus
your
human,
approaches?
1 grunt warmail, attack after 1 headhunter, go into 5 headhunters. If they have an expansion, I'll get an expansion, TC, 2 bestiary. Or if I think I have a lot of tempo, I go TC, 2 bestiary, and kind of 1 base all in. That's what I saw Lin do.
Lin, okay.
Yeah. And he just builds a bunch of raiders, and then he just kill stuff. And it looks freaking cool. This is with Farseer first.
Of course.
Yeah. Then versus Undead, I play Blade Master. Just 1 grunt upstairs to the next deck. And then I get a Torrent Chieftain, double Bestiary. And
Really?
Then, I can't help it.
You saw the wrong replay. This is not this is not kosher.
It's not kosher. It's illegal.
It's illegal.
It's illegal.
Blade TC double bestiary against Undead. Wow.
I didn't win the game, but it looked cool.
Who did you play it against?
Happy on Lost Temple.
What you gotta understand, right? First of all, it's Lost Temple, so there's healing fountain, so you can afford skipping Shadow. Shadow has heal wave, and therefore LT is the one occasion. So here's a tip: never watch LT when it comes to trying to learn why people do things, unless you also incorporate the thought that LT is just a completely different ball game.
I think
Heal wave.
my search is bugged. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
100%.
Yeah.
100%. You would have found a game for sure.
Yeah. Just restart.
Yeah, so Blade, that's definitely a Lost Temple strategy. You're gonna have to watch somewhere else.
Okay.
Are you managing to restart W3 Champ yet?
Yeah. I had to force close it.
Yeah, that we always have to do that. When we press escape, it's still open in the back end. I'm not sure if they can fix that but I am seeing you have that problem too now.
Yeah. It's okay. I can forgive a minor issue. They
Yeah.
improved it a lot, so it's nice.
Yeah.
I got ourselves a game.
Okay, cool. It was definitely bugged.
So then the moment I am in it, I will tap down and I'll share.
Yeah.
Yes, I can do that.
Right. Did that work?
Yep, I got it.
Doing
Nice.
And I got sound. That's nice. Alright.
something to work with.
Can you type minus game?
What you want.
for me.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me first.
Be happy
Yeah.
something need doing?
Okay, finish microing.
Yeah.
Yes. What you want?
I always do the good luck have fun in the game after
Be happy what you
after I'm done with this.
Yeah, that's how I know I'm about to get screwed over by Hitman, because he says that after 4 minutes.
Yes. We need more
He's been microing peons for that long.
We need more gold. What you want? Something need doing. Ready to work.
Peon production.
Yes.
This is why I shouldn't do it.
What you want?
You don't have to do the 4 peon thing against human, because you want to max gold, you're gonna get lumber mill anyway.
Work.
Oh,
Aren't you gonna go grunt, Farseer?
yeah. I haven't. Maybe I didn't look at it closely enough with the mining pattern.
Yeah. So you can do 14 war mill or 15 war mill.
Something need doing? I can do that.
50.
Did you intentionally not make it flush against the trees?
No, I didn't do anything on it intentionally there.
It could have been 1 higher.
Okay.
I sometimes don't make it 1 higher, and then I squeeze them in between once it finishes, and I'll have 6 directly around the war mill, immediately dropping off. There's some advantages, but you have to micro it a lot.
We need more
You could either 19 now, or you could 18 burrow, but you're gonna do 1 burrow attack, right?
Yeah.
So we're doing 19, yeah. Are you harassing or creeping?
I'm. I don't know yet. To be honest.
I think you should harass. Let's go. He could do mercenary camp, which is the orange camp in the exact north, or he could do the green camp.
this one.
No, M, the mercenary do that.
So this one or this one?
Yeah, he's doing the green. His foot. Oh no, we don't know what he's doing actually. You want to double Alt A so he becomes red?
My eyes are open. Destiny.
Yeah. No, go up. He's trying to creep it.
Oh. Oh, poor job of it.
Watch it.
under attack.
He wanted to hire a priest while not creeping it. That's what he wanted, but he failed. Priest would dispel your wolves.
Yeah.
It's actually a reason on this map you sometimes go blade.
Same on Echo Isle, no?
Yeah.
My counsel.
What you want? Vengeance will soon
My counsel. My eyes are open. Seeing.
We don't know when it finishes, so we need to remember. Oh, you can kill that peasant, the farm peasant, on the high
That's
ground.
important.
Yeah. Peasant killing is great. But you use a unit to chase him.
My eyes
You can also make shop. Nice. Okay, really good start. Never lose sight of him.
my counsel.
It's too much headhunter damage.
My eyes are open. My counsel. Destiny away.
Never lose out of sight, and here he
Yeah.
is, out of my
Probably
sight.
getting boots. He's on the shop probably, getting boots. Check.
Is believing.
Okay, then he's top left. Oh, there he is. Okay. Alright. He's separated from his army. You're gonna cancel this, you'll chase him away, and then you just start creeping. Your duty to delay him has stopped the moment he decided that he is trying to delay you. Right? He's not doing big game hunter's tactics. Attack his Archmage, don't go to the water. He's coming for another cancel. That's his final water elemental. So, attack the water alley. He maybe... we just saw the second water alley. You can ignore the water alley and start creeping. Creep, creep, creep. Ignore, ignore. Summon wolves. Yeah, now you have to take this camp because you came here. I was thinking maybe the small green, but this is fine. Just creep it. Cancel 1 unit, make second hero. Make tech building, whatever you decide. Some Farseer tanking, he has the best armor class. You cannot have your units drop this low. Summon wolves. How many peons on lumber you got? 6, I think. Yeah, make 1 more.
Oh, you have to do that?
I think you should make one more. That way you can eventually tech. You can eventually expand. I mean,
Oh, that's reliable.
focus Archmage. To try and save Bestiary.
What you want? No time.
Cancel. You could have saved it with War Stomp.
Yeah, I was thinking that actually.
And the moment Archmage ran, you can immediately stop chasing. You tend to overchase and get detached. The moment he's gone, you achieved your goal. Switch to the footies, Chain Lightning the footies, and then War Stomp or Shockwave the footies. Because your goal was to save the Bestiary.
Okay.
Alright, he's low. Creep his Goblin Shop. Summon wolves now to start the timer.
What the hell's a goblin shop? This one?
Yeah, the
this is-
merchant, the one where you can buy the items. You don't have to go second Bestiary. That is a strategy you do against someone that has an expansion. He's most likely going to go either Rifle Caster or Mass Caster. And for that you would want a Spirit Lodge with Shamans.
Spirit Lodge.
Yeah. Send one wolf to check his tech. We need to see if he has Blacksmith or is going Mass Casters. Alright, you can do a full spell combo on this unit. Try to save everything. Don't be lazy with your control groups. Remove them from groups, send them home. Item, item, item. Don't let the headhunter come back. Get troll regen, make tech units. Creep, 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 creep. Don't chase, don't chase. You have no speed aura, you will not catch. TC, TC. TC is going crazy. Nice, nice opportunity. Very nice. You saw a chance. Send all headhunters home. Get speed aura.
Where you want me go? Who you want me to kill?
He's believing.
Research complete.
Watch out.
Only one wolf needs to chase. They will body block each other. Make sure it goes around the corner. If it loses vision, it stops. I bolted. Okay, that's fine. Finish this, then creep your expo. Bring Peon to expo now. You have done enough to be able to expand.
Shaman, you said?
Shaman, you can make 2 Shaman adept training. Bring a Peon to expo now. Go, go, expo. Go, go, expo. That one, yes. Get that tome. You forgot tome. Pros never forget tomes.
True.
I wish it was true.
Say the word.
Not true.
Not true. My chat is blasting me. Go, go to your expo. Go, go. You're losing time.
Ready to ride.
It is.
Make sure 2 other things get ensnared to the top so that your peon can make great. Oh, make wolves now. Make it. Wolves. Okay, make expo. Nice. Kodo. Nope, you got that cancelled immediately.
What?
It was still getting attacked.
What was?
The heal self headhunter was currently under fire. Get pillage, make Kodo.
Let me see, what was my code?
Keep these away. They prefer to ensnare heal self targets. Sometimes. Maybe I'm schizo.
Oh,
close.
goated. Still risky.
Check TC Expo XP progress.
I probably should have pulled the boys out sooner.
Yes, you should have pulled Farseer away.
What's my let me see. What's the
Go
hotkey?
end, go attack. Or you creep this camp is okay too.
I'm gonna go end then.
Make as many units as you can. Put 4 peons in control groups so that when your expo is nearly finished, you can send them in another control group, some that you don't use.
Research complete. What do you want?
Make more Kodo. Buy heal scroll. Heal scroll more important than trying to ensnare catch.
Really?
Yeah, I
late.
think you should have a heal scroll. Well, okay, it's fine. Nice surround, nice. He can still get out. If he moves his footman, he can get out. Move TC below. Okay. Better to chain lightning. Better to Lightning shield, TC. You
Uh,
have no speed scroll. You have speed scroll? No. Always have speed scroll. Keep making units. Send your peons to Expo.
Work. Be happy. Need something.
Buy heal scroll. Prioritize shaman production. When MK has 25% mana pool, keep the raiders away. They are prime target. It's fine. Heal scroll, heal scroll, heal scroll. Nice. You have shockwave. Nice. Good awareness. Nice cloak. Good control. Get that third one too. TP. Nice. TC, come back. TC's alone. Okay. All good. This is extra worth it, this fight, because you covered for your expo. It's kind of reverse theory of StarCraft Expo, where you expand and you have to defend. Usually in WarCraft, you expand and then attack to create cover.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
It's okay. You have Purge on TC. You have Purge on TC.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Purge, use the other spell on your TC. Keep running. Go run into his laboratory. The one that do that on top. Run into it. Don't get blocked. Don't get blocked. He's trying to block you. Alright, it's fine.
The laboratory is this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I used the correct term, but I cannot contextualize. Just buy from Tavern. Buy from Tavern. You need the aura back. Cancel. Buy from Tavern. Fix your control groups. Heal solve him. Give ring to him. That's on the ground. Yeah. Get invul potion on TC. Use clarity. Get fortified defenses. Heal scroll. Heal scroll. Heal scroll. Okay. Yeah, good. You're checking expo. You have speed scroll. Remember, if you don't like it, speed scroll and run. Make sure everything is around you. Your goal now should be to prepare for an attack. You save at 50 a little bit. Don't creep big until you know where he is.
I can creep this, right?
Yeah. This is perfect. This is perfect. I think he's doing the laboratory that I asked you to go towards, which means you'll see him very soon. Yeah, there it is. Okay, go over 50. Grunt Kodo. Heal solve. Your raider is hurt. Nice burrow over pop prep. I must admit I missed where you went too, but that's better. It's more realistic for you. Get heal scroll and go to his main.
My eyes are open.
At this point, one Wormhole upgrade would be okay if you weren't spending it on heal scroll. Yeah, sell gloves. Gloves is kind of whatever.
And here you go.
Nice, good. I don't usually get one on Farseer, but there's nothing wrong with it. You have pillage, kill shop. You can send in a grunt, take it out of your control group, lightning shield the wolf, lightning shield grunt, put it in his peasant line. Nice. Take it out of your control. Get the priest, get the priest. Oh, yeah, get ready for the attack from below. Or am I blind? No, he's on top of you. Okay.
Do I even need to be here still?
Yeah. Make Wyvern. You don't need to be clear. But I think this is a good fight. There's a lot of space. Many places on this map have no space. Alright, just focus his Archmage. Everything on the Archmage. Shockwave, Chain Lightning is casters. Eat breakers. And Snare, Archmage cancels Brilliance. Cancels Blizzard.
I don't
Do a
think
heal
I have any
scroll.
raiders left.
Yeah. Keep in mind he's not mining, so the longer you stay, the more you are 2 versus 0. Heal scroll on Farseer. Cool. You're allowed to leave anytime you want.
Was that a message to him or to me?
To you. What the fuck, dude? Why would I say that to him? That's toxic. Speed scroll away.
Why am I allowed to leave now and not earlier?
Because you will die if you stay. And before there was not much threat of dying. The longer you stayed, the longer you are mining 2 versus 0 base because of the Grunt Lightning Shield prep, and he dropped to 1 peasant on gold. So would it not be in your advantage to stay?
This spell's broken! Sorry.
Found my YouTube thumbnail text. That spell is not broken.
Okay. I believe you. Like I said, I trust the higher level players. But
You're
boy,
not
does it feel
leaving
good!
You're not leaving. Yeah, get him, dude. Purge. He has Invis though, right?
Ah.
Yeah, he's invising with sorceresses. You could have made a witch doctor from the lodge instead of a shaman. Takes care of that. There's also dust.
Honestly, I
appearance.
thought he had some item that I didn't know existed.
Oh, okay. Dust. Yeah. Dust does not follow your hero. It applies to everyone that was near when you cast it. Lightning shield everything. Lightning shield all his casters. Bam, 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 bam.
Does it stack?
No, but it's harder to remove everything. He removed everything.
This guy must be a genius.
Dude, dust him. Dust in the wind. Purge. Okay, he's gone. It's too annoying to get in there, man. Come on.
But it's over, right? Why does he stay?
Because he's a salty biatch. He probably doesn't know you have an expansion, and he doesn't know how to count units.
What's this one? This one, shit.
This is where you can get like a really ugly win by pushing in. Go ahead and try. You can get an ugly win by pushing in. It's very likely unthrowable, not 100%. Or you could leave and go 100 pop torrents. I am starting to believe, actually, in the loss.
But I'm sure he doesn't have an expansion extensively.
No, he doesn't have an expansion. Don't worry about it. If you hit snare and surround properly, that Mountain King dies. If you let him get back into his base one more time. You still didn't make Doctor, too.
Didn't I? Yeah. Okay, we'll get him. We'll get him. He's more than I was ready for.
Same. You also have a grunt. He saw that, by the way.
I can go suck it.
Blow up his base. Put 3 sappers on his keep. Keep in mind, there is friendly fire.
Oh, really? Oh, they all died. Do the spell!
No, to yourself!
Oh, there's friendly fire on these bad boys?
Yeah, I set you up. I knew that's gonna happen.
Oh, that's nice. Has he broken me?
No, you're fine. Just go home. You need to do some Peon replacement. Usually you do this a little earlier.
Some Peon replacement?
Yeah, because you're 7/8 on lumber, and then you Maynard with 5, so then you're 3, which is enough for a very long time. But you can do a little bit of Peon reproduction. Purge him! Purge him! This is good. This is a good experience. You could lose, you know. If you can speed scroll out, you know. It's on your Farseer, so you need to heal up.
Is there a thing up here or no?
Just go home, and you should have included the grunts. All the way home. All the way. Go. Stopping. All the way home.
What's this guy doing here?
Do you have
I
an
probably
armor
should have got some
upgrade
upgrades, huh?
yet? Yeah. Normally, I would get like 1 armor upgrade. At this point, he's mostly spell damage based, so you could also get ranged. But yeah, anyway, any upgrade is fine. He's going to do a last-ditch effort to attack your expo. You need to heal up as fast as possible. This time, I task you to Witch Doctor reveal his hero and do a full focus fire, alternating and snare and purge. You alternate. No, heal first. Don't. There's still low units, and you have heal salves, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, use it. Look at the grounds. There we go. Alright, this time you're gonna alternate purge and then snare, not at the same time, but one after the other, while planting down vision. I think you lost your doctor, so let's make a new one. Focus Archmage with just move into him. Just surround his casters with your units. Alright. Losable. In fact, behind.
Something doing? Yes, Lord Chief.
My eyes are open.
So with Raiders and Vision and Purge, check his items on his heroes. Yeah, so he doesn't carry invul, right? So at this point, because of your micro, it is difficult. You can sell cloak. We need clarity, speed scroll. Because of your micro, it is difficult. It's 70 these days. It's difficult to win a straight up fight if you stand in Blizzard, because your army is very stupid.
Yeah.
And you need speed scroll, by the way. You really need it. And that's why I'm asking you to focus hero, but it needs to be done in kind of a heal self speed scroll. Heal self.
Oh, that guy didn't want to lose. I don't have a hotkey for it.
I think you are gonna have a very tough fight. The only way out is to either shockwave chain lightning all his casters a couple of times, or to focus hero. You have no way to interrupt. You need speed scroll past him. Speed scroll past. Eat with Kodos. Focus Archmage. You have Purge.
Purge on who?
Heal scroll. Invul. Heal scroll. Yeah, Archmage. Purge him.
No, man.
So you didn't need the lightning shield. It's all about focusing Archmage, because Blizzard will tear you apart. Make new Shaman and Raider. But now it's very difficult for you to fight, because it was all about focusing Archmage. Out of vision of the sentry.
Yeah.
Keep running. TC, keep running. Can you surround the Archmage?
I probably could have.
Okay, go back. You've been given a second lease on life. Go back. Oh! No, don't get baited back in. Just run back. And give invul to TC. You need vision, you need shaman, you need raider. And this time, no more lightning shield. Only focus hero. Don't care if you lose some grunts. It's all about hero now. Stay back. Get ready to purge and then snare Archmage and focus him. You have Chain Lightning Shockwave. He will die. If you purge him, where's your Shaman? Kill him. Don't chase. You need to heal up.
His heal is driving me nuts. What do I get here?
Were you getting Doctor upgrade? Cool. No, that's cool.
What does that do? It is like a stasis, no?
Yeah, but you would just use it for more sentries. It's all about sentries. Make a shop here and go home to get shop. send everything home because we don't want your Farseer to play Mule and then to bring Healself. We want Healself to start right now on everything. So bring everything here.
Yes, War Chief.
And fix your groups. You have Perch guys all in the same group.
Then direct me.
My eyes are open.
Yes,
I think this is my first time using shamans, legitimately
Okay.
ever.
Well, that's not bad then. I'll keep that in mind in the end of day
In the
report.
I was ready for the spirit walkers, but not this.
He's coming. He rebuilt the Archmage. Focus the Archmage and perch the shit out of him, dude.
Leave me alone. I just want to play the game. How about this guy? This guy also, he's not cool either.
Yeah, sure, but he's gonna clap you. Perch him, perch him. It removes Invis before he goes out of vision. Do it again.
Oh, you.
Get him! Chain! Chain!
That-
Oh,
you don't know what it's like.
Blizzard. Okay, focus him, focus him. You have no mana. Get Neo Raider Shaman.
Oh,
There he is! He's in vision! Get him!
Ow. There's no way.
Alright, start mining again. Sorry, Logan, we're fine, we're fine.
How can I help?
Yeah, weggaan.
Yes.
I want another witch doctor. These guys are good.
Yeah, I want you to have another one too. You don't need to go back for heal self if you just heal scroll. Stay here, sell gloves. Come on.
What?
He's on his last legs. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen?
If I lose
Get
MMR
heal
here, I'm
scroll.
gonna be so insanely sad.
Alright, same. Get him, get him, get him.
I'm so slow.
Then sell. Oh, yeah, there we go. Kill the units, kill the units. Chain. And snare. Get him, surround him. M. S. Yeah, there we go. He killed
Who's
himself,
laughing
by the
now?
way. Well, you didn't get XP.
What?
He killed himself.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. I saw the red exclamation mark. Check your hero XP. Yeah, you think you would have still been level 5.2? He killed himself. He has the last laugh. Humans are very good at killing themselves. You can't. It's dead though. It's good. It's a win, right?
Come here, buddy. That's a prize for you.
Oh, well, he feels very uncomfortable about you having XP, so he feels compelled to move out, even though it's a complete clown show. Alright, it's safe to leave now. You're allowed to leave now. This time, I'm not talking to you. You checked for expo. What about the corners? Do you think he has a corner expo? Spoiler, he doesn't. He
He
doesn't.
doesn't. He would have actually owned me if he had taken this sneakily and pretending not to build anything.
Yeah. Oh, that's so smart. One of the Hearthstone AFK challenge.
Yeah.
Pretend to be AFK
Finally
challenge.
backfires. Dude, these things, they stay for like 10 minutes or what?
It's really broken. It is actually 10 minutes.
I mean,
And I complain about Zerg creep tumors.
Right away.
this doesn't last enough though on the heroes, let me tell you.
No, it's very short on heroes, but you know, all together. Perch him, he's invis, perch. And snare. Surround, and move. Okay, focus him. You have one more clap, but he will die. Yeah, lekker man.
Oh, GG, again! They always forget.
So disappointing.
It is. Yeah.
I taught them better than this, you know.
Yeah. I think it's a lower level thing though. I think
It's not.
it's true. I think at higher level people will GG more.
So the Asian players don't mean any bad by it when they don't say GG, but it's never been meta. I know this because I played on Chinese server, and they pretty much don't bother with any of the pleasantries of GOHF GG, but they never flame either. So you know it's not personal. For them, they're just testing themselves. They're practicing by themselves. But if a person with white skin, if someone from Europe server doesn't GG, it's usually drenched in salt.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm getting very little GGs on the WarCraft 3 ladder. I'll tell you that.
Sorry about that. Be better, guys.
That's okay. I enjoy it.
Okay. Let's see. The grading time. Not degrading. The grading time. I'm not going to degrade you.
Yeah. You want to watch the replay or no?
Yeah, let's watch the replay. Yeah, I'll control it, okay?
Oh, yeah, you control it.
Wonder I don't have your replay, but I think I can find it on Flow TV. Let's see. Where's the goeie man? There's Tim. Start time. It's quite a while ago, I guess. Am I blind, chat? Am I? Hey, is Sokol playing again? Nah, that's not him. There it is. I will stream it to you once it launches.
Yes, please. Freaking Blizzard. I hadn't considered that. The slow in the Blizzard is really something, huh?
Yeah, it is. And clap. So, are you familiar with the functionality of Thunderclap?
It slows and it deals damage.
Yeah. And slows attack speed.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And it has no damage cap or unit cap. Unlike Shockwave and Chain Lightning.
No damage cap and no unit cap.
Yeah. So I don't know if you feel ever. I've brought out a couple of hero spotlights on Grubby Talks, and in it I go deep dive research more than I ever did in the past. And so while I knew the basic functionality, I now know more. So Blizzard and Shockwave and Carrion Swarm have a damage cap, which is not advertised in the tooltip, in addition to the amount of damage that they advertise to do against a single target. So Blizzard will say 75 damage per unit in the wave.
Right.
But it's not really what it does. It's 75 per unit, but with a maximum of, I believe, 400. Which means that they can only hit, from memory, I did a spotlight, but I forgot the exact details. They can only hit 5.33 units for its max damage, which means 5 units, right? I think it's actually exactly 5. And then that means if more units are in a Blizzard than 5, they will all split the damage equally, but less than the advertised amount. So it goes from 75, 75, 75, 75 to, if it's 6 units, 66, 66, 66, 66, 66, 66.
Yeah. And if it's one more unit, then
it gets lower and lower.
yeah.
Also, I saw you do some chain lightnings on people.
Yeah.
So just to tie that together with what I said, clap has no limit. Shockwave does. Right, so clap, it's literally better to not get hit. Whereas if you're against Blizzard and your grunts and raiders are being blizzarded and you have extra peons inside the blizzard, that might be a good thing. Because the peons are essentially shielding the grunts and raiders from taking more damage than they otherwise would. I'm not saying shower in the blizzard for fun.
But if you find yourself in a blizzard, might as well throw the peons in.
If they're already in, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It may not change your behavior, but it may change your appraisal of the situation. Whereas with Thunderclap, you would not like that. You would not like to have everything inside. There's literally no point putting spirit-linked peons or any kind of peons in the Mountain King's range. You just want to ensnare him and stay away from him if possible.
Understood.
Your Chain Lightning, level 1, 85 damage. Heroes have magic resistance. Do you know how much?
So it's 70% of the damage they get.
Yeah, 30% magic resistance. So 85 is like, I don't know, 57 or something. I don't know exactly. So you can either click and check, or you can have a feeling. You did a 2 to 3 chain lightnings on a hero that would not lead to lethal. I do not hold it against you that you don't have that feeling yet, right? Totally normal. But if you're not sure, then maybe you first learn to click and see if he's 50 or something, or 55, then CL will be lethal. Otherwise, just don't do it. It's not worth it bringing him lower. We need to start getting more comfortable with having units out of commission for a while. So I've sometimes pulled you back from chasing, like when you were here, Archmage went here, and I asked you to finish up here instead of chasing because you don't have aura. That's because right now he's out of the commission. And in WarCraft, because it's not like StarCraft, right? Like we get XP for things when we interact with NPCs.
Yeah.
With creeps. So there's always an opportunity cost to everything. In StarCraft, I may put a lot of effort into Blink Stalker Chase to kill one more Marine.
Yeah.
Because that's all I can do. There's no point for my Stalkers standing around. But here, okay, ignore Ellie, because now we want to hit Archmage. We know he's going to come back. So this is a wasted economy of movement. Here, we're going to focus Archmage, because we cannot prevent our shop from cancelling at all. The moment he's gone, stop chasing. Good. Now you hit this.
Nah, you said that though.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
I'm...
You complimented your own call.
Very good, very good. This is great. Way to call it out, dude.
I'm not taking credit for something I didn't do. I did not do that.
Yes, sir. You sound so selfless, but you shame me in the process. You embarrass me. All right, just saying something he could have done when he was canceling here and he sent away Ellie Giggle level 1, right? That Ellie Giggle could have run all the way to his natural, meet up with 3 footies, 5 militia, mid-tech, creep his natural.
Okay.
They last 60 seconds. So when his elemental left, I was going to say, you need to start getting productive, because it's not all about what you see, but also about what you cannot see. Elemental left. So he might be sending it to Expo, which means you might want to branch off a wolf and send it there to see if that's what's going on.
Yeah.
No one at this level is going to do it, by the way, but might as well start getting the correct thinking patterns, right?
Yeah.
But then his elemental came back, and then I realized that he has fully invested in delaying you, and normally that means that he's going rifle caster. And he made a blacksmith, but he didn't go rifle caster, so that was weird. I'm not sure why, actually. So yeah, anyway, I already talked to you about this. This shouldn't have got cancelled. I'm gonna fast forward this a bit. I think we should head to the near end bit, but it's max 3 on Flow TV.
You know what's interesting? How fast you move from creep camp to creep camp, which I naturally don't have. I feel no urgency for this whatsoever, you know? Very often, I'm just kind of roaming around the map looking for stuff to do. I'm waiting for something to happen.
Oh, yeah.
It's very StarCraft-esque, you know? It's like waiting for...
Sure, yeah.
For the mine drop to show up or something, but it never shows up, and the other guy's just creeping.
Yeah, makes sense. That's true.
This was not good for me, was it?
No. You're taking too much damage. Ideally, you would cover... First of all, you're taking the #1 most contested camp, and he has the power of militia.
Yeah.
Normally, at 720, he should already have Mountain King. And in fact, he does.
Forgot about him.
But he didn't have a coach.
Yeah.
This was suicidal to take this shop, but I believe I told you to take it.
Yeah, but I should have covered it with 1 wolf then or something, no?
Yeah.
So if I do something risky, yeah.
But I'm not going to say it was good advice, you should just do it right. It was probably just a shit.
Yeah, but that's not a good lesson for me to learn. The good lesson for me to learn is that even if I do something risky, I should have the wolf.
Yeah, sure. You remembered the hotkey for troll regen? Because I didn't see you looking.
No, I checked.
Okay.
I checked. Maybe I checked this afternoon already, but I remember checking twice today already.
Okay.
I also keep forgetting the Tauren hotkey, and it's... the main ones that I struggle with are Healing Wave and Chain Lightning.
Why?
Because Healing Wave naturally was E, but now is on Q. And Chain Lightning used to be on C, but now is on Q. But today already went much better than yesterday. So 1 more day and it will be no more issue.
Okay.
It's crazy how old those habits are that they're still in my head.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I remember hotkeys from Brood War too, from 20 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah. And they're still overriding my brain, you know, because I must have... Yeah.
What's also weird is I have changed like 15 hotkeys, but I can still play without them because I remember what they are, even though I've played with this for like 15 years.
Yeah. So stupid.
It's kind of like knowing Dutch and Frisian at the same time.
Yeah. Do you know Frisian?
No.
Do you know Dutch?
Not much anymore. We'll do one Dutch coaching session for our Dutch on our Patreon. You have a Patreon yet?
Yeah, I do actually.
You do?
Yeah. De Zwaardemeester.
I need to do a Patreon, but I feel like in order for me to do it, I need to also produce more. Otherwise, I'm just cutting something I'm already doing.
Maybe.
So Expo, yeah. So
Oh, sorry. I have a question here, actually.
Yep, go ahead.
When, why, how am I allowed to expo? I have absolutely no instinct on this.
Oh, okay. I feel like Orc can Expo with their first tech unit, like the first Raider and Shaman.
Okay.
You can Expo, and the reason is basically you felt the pain of Blizzard Clap.
Yeah.
And you felt how they can kind of choose fighting location, which will lead you to have a lot of trouble. Basically, your tools for dealing with Blizzard Clap are do a good focus fire on hero, which you didn't do once, sadly.
Yeah.
But it requires a lot of micro experience, obviously. You can have a separate group for all your raiders and hover them. So this is like a face move raider, right?
Yeah.
You're using raiders like grunts, totally normal, most people do. But when your raiders start dancing like a butterfly, and they will sometimes do hits on the appropriate armor type, so siege against unarmored,
Yeah.
and you've got your raiders in a separate control group, they will become a lot more agile. Basically what you're doing here, that's how raiders need to dance all the time. That hit was a good hit. Now he's overchasing potentially, but because there's no bolt, it's okay. He's got 55 mana. Now you would want to purge it. You have enough at 65 mana, and then you would have saved the raider. And so you're going to do one ensnare. This is good. You could have had a surround, headhunter, Kodo, shaman, maybe. Shaman can purge this water elemental. But basically, when raiders dance, they can use ensnare to cancel Blizzard channel. And I told you that, you were aware of it. I know that you know that now, but you said I don't have any raiders left, and that was true. Here, you showed really good awareness of when the heal ward got put down. He's got 3. You cancelled 1. You very quickly cancelled 2. There's many higher level players that don't cancel this fast enough yet, especially in 4-on-4. They're completely blind to it. You saw it immediately. Didn't see the 3rd. You're a bit more scared now. You're managing your FSTC, and you let the 3rd stay up even until after the TP. But you did TP fast. You were focusing casters with berserkers or with headhunters, so that was really nice. And you almost got the kill. All right, we know what happened with the TC. So how do we deal with Blizzard? Is 1, raider cancel, 2, dodge, right? Don't stand in it and split when you stand in it. 3, move your blizzardable units very near his own blizzardable units. Even, right? Your Grunt Raider Shaman go inside his Sork Priest, for instance. Right? Then he has to... his troops will say, but sire, we'll hit our own units. And he'll be like, fire. Right?
The old man on the horse doesn't care. He keeps going.
Exactly. And then speed scroll helps you to quickly dodge blizzards. So every time you hit the shop, you buy speed scroll. You have 4 speed scroll, that's still 6 too few.
Understood.
To exaggerate a bit.
Yeah, but I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. It also means that you should see every speed scroll either as an engage tool or a disengage.
Yeah.
And that means that when you have 1, you will choose to fight until death with an engage, or you will disengage and fight later.
Yeah.
So the moment you can start getting slowed, storm bolted, you will make a decision. I am going all in.
Okay.
Or I am going all out. There's usually no middle way. And then if you do run away and 2 units are slowed, freaking feed them to the wolves, because once you start defending them, you'll get caught in the slow trap, blizzard clap, and you'll never get out.
What a combination that is, though.
Yeah, it's very strong. And this is why I actually had a game recently against Hawk. I feel like we should watch it a bit. Let me pause this for a second. Can you pause these, actually? I'll just do this. We'll come back to this later. Yeah. I just need to show you this first. A fight. Stop streaming. Um, 4 weeks ago. Yes, this one. And stream it to you. Not this. This. Okay, I'll just show you the fight. It's not going to be long. Sorry, this is the wrong replay. This one. Okay. Yeah. All right, so I have an expansion, and so does he. This game I have Blade Shadow. Fast forward a bit. Oh yeah, I was doing the red spot, and he starts coming over here, starts blizzarding. All right, watch what happens. So I come in from the right. I start making a Witch Doctor. Did you see that? Anyway, I start making a Witch Doctor because I know that I can only win this fight by hero focus. Because I'm level 5, which is amazing. I got a couple of wyverns. He doesn't have rifles. Then he starts doing these tower blocks and peasant blocks, which means my melee army has trouble to engage. He has a cloak of flames, breaker wall. So I try to speed scroll and I just try to get past. Because what happens when I start fighting this? If I attack these 3 towers, the peasants, the breakers, he's just gonna blizzard on top of my army. I can't even get my raiders to his archmages to cancel. I could, of course, just start fighting, and maybe that would be valid. And then I would use Shadow and Moss Mana Potion to keep using Hex. Actually, I think that might have been better. Kill the towers, eat something, kind of fight front to back. But yeah, it's pretty tough. So anyway, I made my decision. I tried to break through the tower and try to go for the Archmage. Kill the towers because it's in the way. Yeah, I think maybe it's better if I just keep hexing instead of trying to... But I decided to focus fire him because, in my experience, Blizzard Clap is so freaking efficient. So I purge, and snare. I had Witch Doctor come out, which means that I could reveal him. And then he went for my Shadow Hunter. Anyway, this is generally what I try to do in one of these fights. I'll just mass focus Archmage when I see that they don't have Invulnerability Potion, so that I can fight a fight where he doesn't constantly blizzard. And if that's not possible, if you can't get to the Archmage, then try to get at least your Raiders to the Archmage and keep ensnaring it. Okay. Especially in FSTC comp, where you can't use Hex to cancel Blizzard. Now, if you have FSTC and you have War Stomp, you can also maybe try to get your TC next to the Archmage, so that every War Stomp is a cancel of Blizzard.
Is it worthwhile to rescale or no?
Sometimes.
Okay.
War Stomp is generally the hero killing disabling mechanic, and the Shockwave forces you to look more towards unit kills. I asked you to do a lot of Archmage focus, but I feel like maybe... Where's the sound actually? Maybe it would be better to focus his casters since you did have the Shockwave Chain Lightning set up. So he did take this camp, actually. Wait, did he have Expo? He could have tried to sneak a peasant there.
He probably should have.
Oh yeah, Arcane Tower, it deals mana damage, right?
A lot, right? Like 20 or something?
Yeah, 12, I think the damage, I'm not sure, but it's 12 mana per hit, I believe. Used to be 14, so yeah, don't get that done on your TC.
Yeah, it seems awful. That grunt trick was great.
That was great.
Yeah.
Okay, so this fight, I would take my Raiders and I would dance them here, so I can ensnare the Archmage, eat the Kodos on the Breakers.
Okay.
Lightning Shield TC maybe, Shockwave Chain Lightning the cluster, and then kind of split half right, half left. This farm is messing you up a bit.
I hit the hero with the chain lightning first. Does that matter?
No, it does not. The secondary damage is not a function of how much the first took, even despite magic resistance. Each calculation is done independently.
Okay.
but I would not focus the hero with the chain lightning since the primary damage is on the first target.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is difficult to teach, but basically this is a kind of choke that we just don't want to mess with, so I would just leave now. But if you don't leave and he chases, then Purge Focus Fire has to punish.
Yeah.
Like, that guy should never get away, right? This should be Purge.
Yeah,
I
I
think you
hit him with the
lightning
lightning shoot instead.
Well,
I couldn't remember the hotkey for Purge or Lightning Shield, and I was like, which one is it? I think Purge is G, Lightning Shield is F. Yeah,
But the intent was to purge. That's what matters.
yeah, that was good.
Right?
Yeah, it was.
Uh,
Freaking these heroes. The Witch Doctor was a game changer. Oh, I had another question.
Yeah. Okay.
I saw just now in the game against Hulk, you didn't have Fortress, and I also didn't get Fortress. There's nothing in the Fortress worth getting.
Yeah. If you get Bloodlust, Breakers steal it. Kodo Drum's aura is 10% damage. But have you got a sense of how much of the damage that really matters goes on his heroes or units that comes from Chain Lightning Shockwave and how much from Grunt Raider Shaman?
Yeah, I think there's none from the units.
Some, right? But they're mostly like stupid idiots. They're all stupid idiots.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get slowed and clapped. And it's really just like a low quality army of bullshit. But they're support.
Yeah.
They're like meat shield. They do some control with Purge and Ensnare. They sometimes get some hits in. And then they have some aura and effects and so on. They have vision. But mostly FSTC do like the most definitive damage that actually gets the kills. So I feel like going to tier 3 just to upgrade a Kodo damage aura, not really a success strategy.
What about Torrents? We never built them?
Yeah, Torrents, sadly, they're kind of weak. Basically, a Torrent is like a good grunt, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did get recently buffed. They went from 270 to 290 movement speed, which is it's a nice buff. They're 5 population. They have much more health, more armor than grunt. They have more damage, and then they have splash damage. But they are still just really quite slow units, and that means they suffer from all the exact same weaknesses that grunts suffer from. And grunts, they do good damage to heroes and breakers, but they really don't interact well with priests and sorceresses. And the Torrents have basically the same problem.
Even when they put the pillar down, what's that called, the spell?
Pulverize?
Yeah.
The problem is kiting. Kiting, slowing, running, and basically just staying out of their reach.
Yeah, so the same problem that the entire Orc army has. These
Yes.
are the Seppers.
This was nice. I got so scared, dude. I thought I helped you to throw the game in a way by allowing you to F around and find out here.
Yeah. The Seppers, they only damage each other or also your main army?
Everything.
Oh.
Everything. That was funny, though, right?
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that's fun. I like that you had the confidence to buy them as well.
Honestly, I thought the game was over. Like, I legitimately thought there was no way in hell that this is losable. Like, in my mind, I could be blind A moving into this, and just fix it.
Well, you can't, but you could have killed this mountain. I think you actually let this MK get away.
Oh, yeah. I think the MK doesn't die for another 10 minutes or so.
I can't see this again. Let's watch a pro replay.
Yeah, please.
We'll pick something from WarCraft 3 info. Let's make it Orc Human. You asked a question that I didn't fully answer yet, which is when to expand. And I did say you can expand with your first tech units.
Yeah.
But basically, it is a method for one to avoid needing to push into the human base like this. I don't say never attack, but you attack to kill a vault and to get a fight if he gives it. But the moment he pulls back like that, it usually becomes pretty cringe to try and push into it.
If he also has an expansion, then
if he has an expansion,
yeah,
then what?
And he just sits there.
That can be tough.
We're still working on that.
Well, I feel like it's too deep in theory to say what if someone has an expansion.
Okay.
Like I don't know how to
Okay, gotcha.
follow that anymore.
Sure.
Expanding is very common from both sides in this matchup. That's what you should know.
Okay.
So it is possible to keep each other honest to the degree that neither can expand if they don't do like an immediate tier 1 expand. But after that initial part, either could find a reason to expand based on how the game is going. So it is all you need to learn is what is par, and then are you subpar or on par or over par. Oh, I need to download this map. So if you feel like things have gone relatively well, then maybe you can put down an expansion. And also, so basically Orc has things have gone well, but I don't want to attack into their main. I expand. That's one. And the second one is Orc kind of has a premeditated expansion strategy, which is very early tier 2, usually with the second hero, which is about 6 minutes or so.
Yeah. I saw Lin, he
6
did it before the Tauren Chieftain.
Yeah.
And I felt, ooh.
And so the cool thing is, different than StarCraft, cancelled expos do not constitute failure because it's all opportunity cost. Because there are more objectives than in StarCraft, cancelled expo could mean that you are creeping somewhere else at the same time.
So it's like a bait.
Yeah, it's a choice. Do you cancel my expo and let me creep, or do you contest my creeping but let me expo? And that's a really interesting part.
So that is why you shouldn't just sit and try to defend the expo sometimes.
Exactly, because you may be out leveled.
Yeah.
I need to just see where I need to save the replay.
This is the one thing I wish they had fixed in my 14 years of absence.
What? No,
putting the map in the map in the right folder.
Yep.
I now have a map that is called Maps. Inside of that map is W3 Champions. Inside of that folder is a Maps folder, and inside of that folder is W3 Champions again. It's the Maps into W3C, into Maps, into W3C.
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
Why do they do that?
Yeah.
They're just sorting it. They don't care because it's not. Nobody is making any money with you getting the replays, right? So they just save it wherever it is logical for them. And then, replays is just an extra service.
I don't like it.
They prefer to sell their VOD than the replay if you want to be like really down to business.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, this is Lynn Fortitude from a recent tournament, the Double Esports New TV tournament. I have not seen this. I do not know the result. So we watched this with open eyes. Are you seeing this? No, I have not shared it with you yet.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it.
That makes this a lot less effective. Okay. Do you know No Name?
Yeah.
Fortitude?
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, number 1 human in world. No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched some of the games between him and Lin.
Well, they're the two best, together with Happy. Best of their race.
Are they well balanced with each other?
Lin usually, these days, I would say, Lin probably wins a bit more against them from memory. The one that Lin really struggles with above all else is Happy. Whereas back when you were playing, Lin would like almost never lose to Undead. He only lost to Ted.
Does Ted still play?
No, he became a streamer, one of the earliest adopters of streaming on a Chinese streaming platform. And then he's been streaming for a long time.
What about 140, 130, 120?
120. 120.
Okay.
120 is a new school player.
Yeah, he's also good, right?
Yeah, he's the second best Undead in the world. And top 2 Chinese together with Fortitude.
Fortitude. Okay.
But even though he's worse than Happy on average, he's one of the people that beats Happy the most often. Whether that's because Happy Undead Mirror weakest, or because he can't get any quality practice. Because besides 120, there's like no good Undeads besides him and 120 for the most part.
Yeah, but 120 has the same issue.
Yeah, well, yeah, true. But I guess he meets people like Labyrinth and PCG more often. But yeah, it's true, same issue. But I guess 120 had to specialize in Undead Mirror because Happy is like the biggest threat.
Yeah.
He might just be a specialist in like figuring him out as well. Like he's like a smart tactical player that can counter people really well, whereas Happy has become way more adaptable than he used to be, but does not really adapt himself well per player as much. Mostly he's just like brutishly strong in his own execution, and 120 really relies on that strategical advantage. So let's actually just pause this for a second. So the original long-time tenet of Orc versus Human has always been to immediately send Farseer and go to the human player. I need to rewind this to really fully appreciate. The number one most dominant opening for Orc against Human is make Farseer with Grunt, immediately go to Human. Either you split Wolves off from the Farseer or you don't. And the reason is because they're doing Laboratory Creep first camp. They're going Tier 1 Expand first camp. And that's more valuable than whatever you're doing with little creeps.
Yeah.
And this has been the dominant information. So humans have gotten efficient at creeping. So if that would happen, Farseer is here, he's here, he's here, he's here, he's here, he's here, he arrives. So this is when Farseer arrives in the human base, if he came right away. 2 minutes and 2 seconds, your hero comes out. Takes about 30 seconds to walk across, so Farseer shows up. Arcane Tower is 70%. You will send the wolves in on the peasants. You will try to hit over the wall, start hitting peasants. They turn into militia fast. The better the human is, the faster they react. They will not morph these two. They will only morph these three. I think it's even better to split peasants so that the wolves, once they choose their mark, when the peasant becomes a militia, the wolves will retarget to the next peasant, which has better armor type and no armor. And then he has to become a militia, and then he as well. And everyone that's there needs to become a militia together, which is wood deprivation.
Yeah.
So it's a wolf economy of movement advantage if they're all harvesting on the same side. So he splits it. Mm-hmm. Then, as you can see, these peasants will come home, but their timer allows for them to safely get home. Archmage is level 1.8 by the end of it. And the Farseer is mucking around with these peasants. He will get exactly 20 seconds, which means 20 seconds of wood deprivation. If the human is very good, he most likely won't lose a peasant. Maybe he'll lose one. If the Farseer is hitting peasants, this footman will start hitting the Farseer. And if the Farseer starts hitting back the footman, well, peasants aren't getting hit. Meanwhile, Archmage is going into the map, creeps this, or this, or this, or he heads over to this turtle camp. And now he's level 2, Farseer is level 1, maybe kills a peasant, and Farseer doesn't know where Archmage is. So this is a relatively recent development, that humans deliberately avoid conflict with the Farseer, and that if they want to be really safe, they do that early arcane. Not too early that it immediately scares off the Farseer, just early enough so that you don't know its duration. And in fact, the human you played against had the similar timing Arcane Tower, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So you're like, I don't know how long I'm going to get with your peasants, so I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah.
So then maybe you decide to go here, and I think the result is negative for Orc. Because you get one peasant, and he gets level 2, 2 items, and he's near your base. That means he's going to cancel maybe your second burrow. Archmage could even run straight to your base. You tech now, you have 190, and then you make burrow 20 seconds later, Archmage gets a cancel. And again, right? Meanwhile, he's already teching, he takes 5 militia, creeps this without his Archmage in attendance, gets level 2, now he has brilliance, cancels it again. You finally finish the burrow, it costs you a lot of lumber, you get to tier 2 with only 200 lumber, you've got like 2 units, and trying to get your third. His Mountain King is coming out, and your Farseer is level 1, he's level 2, and you lost a lot of lumber. He makes his casters, you're behind. So this is why I think Lin has decided to creep by himself. Now, this is a little risky because he doesn't have very good information. His first wolf runs across the map. At this moment, he doesn't know if Fortitude went for this lap. But keep in mind, we're evaluating this in isolation. We are not currently evaluating. I would have to study the last 3 to 9 months of Lin Fortitude to understand what they can intuit about each other's previous predilections. Mm-hmm. Right? So maybe Fortitude has stopped doing laboratory because Lin has been going here straight away and been getting above average results. So when you study for a tournament, you meet someone, of course, you're going to check back their whole history of the last few years if you have time to do it, which I usually did. And then you'll know it's like, okay, I know where you're at right now with our aggro versus anti-aggro development. So I know that right now you're on evasion creeping style again. And that's why I'm taking this turtle. So this is what you don't know when you just watch the replay by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Someone in chat said this is way advanced to be useful. Don't take my word for it. Do you agree, Harston?
Sorry, this is way too advanced to be useful?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So we're on the right track.
I mean,
I know
I
this is
can't
a
really
lot-
use any of this information, but I think it's useful to have to understand where things come from.
Yes.
Otherwise,
You
I can never start making my own decisions.
Exactly. Because this teaches a way of thinking of Warcraft 3 strategy and creeper route development. It's not the specifics that will be applied per se. It's the way of thinking about how creeper routes work, which is Hearthstone's potentially biggest knowledge gap. Right?
Yeah.
So he goes here, just gonna get the item. This is also kind of a map thing. These turtles are pretty XP dense for how easy they are to kill. They have a lot of armor, but because they have medium armor, they are relatively easy to creep for ghouls, grunts, and footmen compared to archers, because of the bonus damage that they take from wolves and from grunt. So this is something that Farseers generally like to get. And arguably, the mantle that it can drop can be more useful than something like a claws or gloves that normally a blade would be more happy with.
Do we like the ring or meh?
Yeah, I think ring. I think mantle best, then ring. Then what else is there? Cloak, gauntlet, and slipper. I think mantle best, then ring, then probably gauntlet, just to make yourself tankier now, and also to give to Tarn Chieftain afterwards. What's he gonna get? Oh, wow. 200 gold for a circlet.
That used to be a level 1 item, no?
Yeah, used to be on par with claws. It was deemed too strong. Then it got made more expensive, 200 instead of 175. It was also moved to the same item tree that Pendant of Energy is on. It's
Pendant
insane.
of Energy is 150 mana, no?
Yeah.
That's a very
I
good
think
item.
it's very good. It was broken too. It's nerfed to 125, I believe.
Okay.
The mana in general was underrated by original balancing of the first few years. Everything got nerfed like the last 6 years. Greater mana pot, Pendant of Energy, mana stone. Brilliance.
Brilliant's freaking good too.
Yeah.
Archmage is really one hell of a guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. So he has not seen the blacksmith. But these days, Riflecaster, I feel like it's trending more at high level than Double Sanctum, which you faced.
Okay.
But I faced Double Sanctum against the Hawk. That I just showed you a snippet of, and you just faced it. So they really are the two major builds from
Okay.
one base.
And okay,
So-
from one base, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the difference.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but on two bases, it can be any of them. Masscaster, Riflecaster, or Griffins. There's also a really dark horse fourth strategy, Knight Mortar against Orc, but it's not very common.
I would build Kodos against that.
Against Knight Mortar, I have also gone tier 3 sometimes because it takes so long to get going. And then I could do like Torrents with Walkers and Wyverns. There's all kinds of things you could do. You could do Raider Kodo, but then you really can't win a fight cost efficiently. But you would try to like lame because he has he doesn't have slow and stuff, so you can run away from any fight.
So you eat the boys and then you run.
Eat and run, and then you kill his peasants and you raid his castle, etc.
Eat the boys and raid his castle.
The one thing you usually don't want to do is to make wyverns when they have a workshop.
Okay.
Flying machines are just insanely efficient against wyverns.
Do tanks also have an anti-air attack, or did I make this up?
You are correct. It's called Barrage. It shoots piercing rockets to 6 different targets. It is impossible to beat with wyverns, but tanks are easily hard countered by raiders.
Yeah. Gotcha.
He wants to solo creep this XP with the TC. Very important.
Yeah.
He's accidentally sharing the second creep, which means 20 XP is lost on the TC. So he doesn't even have his first tech building yet, his first tech unit, but he's already expanding, and he's just using brute force to defend it. One is going to be the Great Hall, the other is going to be a burrow, I think. And then it's going to have fortified defenses during some time. It could be a tower. I think it's going to be a burrow. Note that he has not made the fourth burrow at home. Your burrow timings were very good, by the way, in the game you played. There's nothing to comment on it. Is he making fortified defenses yet? No, it's ensnare into... So he wants to see the Archmage, because if the Archmage comes here, he's going to like chase it down with the Farseer. TC is creeping meanwhile. That was stolen. He speed scrolls away. Why?
Sees. I actually don't understand why.
He sees rifles. He knows Mountain King is going to be behind very shortly.
He's a bad boy?
Mountain King gets a bolt. That's most likely a kill.
Okay.
He doesn't want anything to drop low. Even if the grunt survived, he doesn't want it to drop low. The moment this got stolen, he's making a call. Am I fighting this all the way? Am I hard engaging or am I hard disengaging? There's usually no middle way because Stormbolt lasts 1 million years on a unit. And if any slow shows up, if Mountain King, Bolt Clap, the moment you start sustaining damage, you need to create a moment of breathing room. You then need heal solve, and you don't want to immediately fight after heal solve. So he knows how it's going to go. One unit gets bolted. He runs home. He heals it. He has now given space for the Mountain King to walk north. He will come from the top, try to defend, but one of his units is still heal solving. It's now weak, etc. He doesn't want any of that noise. So he decides to speed scroll away, perhaps a little bit early, but he really doesn't want an engagement. And then I actually don't know where he's going to go now. I don't think he can creep laboratory. I think it's too ambitious with the Mountain King there. His expo isn't fast enough to soon be any form of reprieve. The burrow is building, but he has no fortified defenses even started. He does have the lumber for it now. He could theoretically start it. And he has no forms of crowd control, aside from probably War Stomp Endurance. So these rifles technically can't die. Like, if human doesn't want it, none should die. Of course, there will be War Stomp, Focus Fire Chain, okay, can kill. But it all depends on positioning. And you cannot get next to them unless you have Speed Scroll. He currently doesn't have any. So, to be honest, I don't really know where Lin wants to take this. But here's the thing. Had he not expanded, which is now under threat of being cancelled, what would then happen? Then human wouldn't even need to be here. He just crept this with Militia. This is where he got his Quel'Thalas, the worst item Mountain King can find, by the way. That's how he's level 2. But had he not known from seeing it, knowing it, intuiting it, that there's an expo coming up, he wouldn't be forced to go into the map. So then after he finishes the laboratory, he takes this. This is a circlet / pendant level camp. Talisman of Evasion, Pendant of Energy, Pendant of Periapta Vitality, circlet. He gets this. He's level 3. Moment Mountain King gets level 3, he has an insane fighting power against the Orcish army. And so what does Orc have? 1 Raider and then 2? It's not very good. And so this is why we expand. It's basically to force a pre-Mountain King 3 engagement.
Okay.
But before the real first fight, he wants to have 1 Raider, which is halfway. So I think once he has a Raider, he can ensnare a rifle. Then he will focus fire it with everything. Then he will try to prevent Mountain King from getting inside of his headhunters. So he'll War Stomp the Mountain King to get like a hit on maybe 2 units in MK. MK stops moving. Headhunters will then move back a bit so that he's no longer in optimum position to be clapped. The Raider, after he does an ensnare, will not focus the rifle. He will move it back because it is primary Stormbolt focus fire material. We also need to find out if Mountain King went for Stormbolt Bash, which is mostly hero focusing or single target focusing, or if he's going to go for clap. So let's see what happens. I think he wants to remain here, because if he doesn't, then it will be a free passage into Expo. So he's just kind of sharking. He doesn't want a full engagement, I think. Or does he? All right. Space given to the courageous one, and he has now given space to buy the heal scroll, which means Chain Lightning gets more value and War Stomp gets more value because there's no speed scroll. Meanwhile, 1 footy is not going to get the cancel. So Fortitude was waiting for his Militia. He wants to kind of deal with the illusions. He knows they're fake, but they're still annoying for A moves. And notice the kind of aggressive move out that Lin is doing. He's really floating on courage and imposing his opponent. Because he didn't have crowd control, why is Fortitude running? Well, Fortitude is also waiting for some of his own units, I suppose. He still doesn't have this spell, which is going to help him deal with wolves. He's still getting non-stop rifles. He just started the tech upgrade. He thinks, if you really want to fight so bad, I prefer to do it with militia. But by zoning the human away from the goblin shop, he secured himself a heal scroll, which is a zero-sum game. There's only one merchant. At the first daytime, 6 a.m., which was 1 hour 17 ago, which is actually 30 seconds ago, that's where the heal scroll first becomes available. First light after the first night, so second light essentially, is a key moment for a heal scroll invul potion unlocks. And so now he has zoned him out. He's actually going to start long distance mining already, but just with 2, nothing too crazy. Partially just so that if he forgets, he will have some mining going, 4 in total. Oh, that's a weird bug. Oh, I guess it's because we were looking at his perspective and they went out of vision, so that's how that works. So no creeping. It's very risky for Orc to creep when you know that human is forced to attack. So he's just not going to do it. There's no camps nearby. Had this camp still been up, maybe he would have taken it. But this camp is way too big. This camp is in a weird spot. So he's just waiting. And so this fight is interesting. It's very easy just to try and force the human out to buy time. Just focus firing Archmage. His position is very forward. Not all army is there yet. It's the only thing he sees right now. And I think he's just going to try to get the Archmage. Double ensnare, war stomp, surround. He may not even lose a unit. He will lose some health on certain things. Maybe Fortitude gives invulnerability potion to Archmage to extend his allowance to stay here for another 15 seconds. It takes 15 seconds. And then eventually it may end in a town portal. But during that time, Orc takes so much damage that even though he will soon start mining double, he will not be able to stay in this position. So we'll see how it goes. What do you think is going to happen?
What do I think is going to happen in this fight?
Or shall we see what's going to happen? I suppose.
I have no clue, to be honest.
Yeah, let's do it. So he immediately bolts the TC to control the TC's movement. He didn't want to get the TC to basically walk past him, start cutting him off, war stomping. And I think maybe he has Bash. We'll see. Gonna half speed this a bit. So look, he's just trying to surround. Oh, it is clap. Clap, dispel. That war stomp, pretty bad. You know why? He already bolted, then he clapped. So both cooldowns are not available. War stomping him now really doesn't do anything. It's 30 damage or so, and he can't move, but he's already ensnared, as you can see.
And he's surrounded as well.
Yeah, he's surrounded, he's ensnared. Ideally, the best time to war stomp is before the opponent casts their first or second spell. And if they did get those spells off, you hold your war stomp, and then you do it right before they would have been able to cast again, which is a skill knowledge issue, of course, for you.
Yeah.
Because you don't know exactly yet. But it's like, I don't know, you just wait a few more seconds and then you do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he also wants to start his own CD because he's got 2 more war stomps in him. And he figures, well, I'm just going to go start and do it already. Hero focusing is usually not a winning strategy to a fight. Even if he got the Mountain King, he would Fortitude would just rebuy the Mountain King from the middle. Of course, Lin doesn't know that Fortitude only has 38 lumber, unless he's very, very knowledgeable. Right? Maybe he can make an assessment, you're probably low on lumber. But let's say you don't know, or it's not true, then if this Mountain King dies at great cost, 2 Raiders dead, half the units, half life, TC has no mana left, you rebuy the Mountain King, you go again. Hero kills can be remaxed the easiest, because it is a barracks that does cost twice as much as if you auto-revive, but it's right there, it's there immediately. Whereas if you kill rifles, well, produce 35 seconds, walk across the map. That's more than a minute out. So in a way, hero kills are never, like mass hero focus is a way to get someone to bugger off. Because they may feel incentivized to TP out. And it sometimes comes from a place of strength. Like I'm trying to convince you to town portal out so that I buy more time for my expansion. And the alternative is it is a moment of weakness. I think I can't win a normal fight by trading out units. Therefore, I'm going to go for hero. And if you rebuy, I'll try to kill that one. And I'll try to kill your other hero. And then I'll try to kill the rebuy. And then I lost my whole army. But now I have Farseer TC against only rifle. And now I'm winning.
Yeah. Oh.
If I watch this in half speed, I could check if Lin at any time during this game had clicked mounting to see that he is aware that there's invulnerability potion. So now you see why generally hero focusing is a weak play, because he killed nothing, he lost 2 raiders, MK was saved, got leveled up, and he has none of the benefit of the expansion yet. He now has no control. And so that looks pretty tough.
Looks
and
like
now
a game
there's
over.
this looks game over. There's technically no way to kill anything anymore. He gets 1 rifle. As expected. So where did it go wrong?
With the stomp. And then the surround. But then what is he supposed to do? Just run for his life?
I think the stomp a little bit. He could try to go for the Archmage, which didn't have the invulnerability potion. But to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. These guys are pushing the envelope of the meta right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like I would be able to beat Fortitude right now. It looks like with... I don't think any shamans would have made a massive difference. It just looks like this expo was not valid. It was not possible to do it. I would like to see how it goes if you just try to creep up your TC and you make the biggest possible army without this whole expo burrow thing. Could go double bestiary instead of expanding. Could be bestiary large instead of expanding. And then you try to have a fight. Yeah, it's just a shit army. Raiders do like 0 damage on rifles, right? So he's trying to get the casters with the Raiders. This is good micro. He's getting some units. It's pretty cool. And this is TC2 against MK3. You see all this. You see like, oh, he killed 2 priests. He killed 2 rifles. And this is all while being like a level down. Obviously, he's not nearly winning. There's still a lot of rifles left. But consider, had he never expanded and wasted like 800 gold or whatever, and just had more units, maybe you can just win a normal straight up fight without trying to expand. Your question, when should you expand? People are still trying to figure that out. I suggest like trying it out and see if you can hold. You can also try 1 base play. It's both valid.
Okay.
And it should be noted he had not a good early game per se.
Yeah.
Because he took this, then they met here, then kind of nothing happened. So it was pretty neutral, I suppose. And Archmage took double claw. He had 2 nice items. So he's facing quite a lot of damage from Archmage.
Okay. A lot of human again.
A lot of human again. Not per se the intent, right?
No, that's okay.
Could want some other matchups too.
Yeah.
Should I play another game? Yeah.
Oh, I instantly got a game. Nice. Against the human as well.
You could, let's just do it, right? It's fate.
Yeah.
Did you know you can offer a draw, minus draw?
Yeah, 2 guys have already done it. I accepted twice because I figured they had a good reason for it.
Right. You didn't ask, you just figure.
Yeah.
I only take willing opponents. They probably wanted another matchup too or something.
One guy said ping.
Yeah.
And the other, he said nothing.
When you have a chance to share?
Yeah. I'm
Be on microing.
Yeah.
Does Fortitude always go by no name? Nah, that's just his ladder count right now. He used to be called Romantic, then Fortitude, now no name. It's a little laggy looking.
Yeah, it looked a little laggy for me too. I don't know what it is.
Your game is laggy?
Yeah. I'll just pause actually.
Can you type minus RTT?
Minus RTT.
Yeah.
Thank-
Two TTs.
Is that bad or
Huh?
good?
No, it's very good. You can just ask again. You can ask if it can go.
Oh.
If it's still laggy, you can offer a draw. Hearthstone may have 2 clients open. You probably don't, right?
No, doesn't seem to be the case.
Restart Discord. His game is lagging, so Discord wouldn't matter, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. Yeah, still laggy for him. Very laggy.
Maybe you can offer a draw. We can restart Champions, WarCraft, and Discord.
Work
Yeah.
complete. Yes, ready to work.
I don't think he wants it.
Can say lag.
Thank you, good sir.
Mannered community. Alright,
Very
let's try to
nice.
restart everything. I'll restart Discord too.
Yeah. Ooh. Turn this thing off too. Wonder what that's all about. I could feel it when I was entering the game already as well. Maybe it's my PC giving up on live. Hello?
Yap, a little break.
All right. Should I search again? Hello?
Yo.
Yo.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay. Too bad. I wanted to play a human actually. Would have been nice.
Because we've been forging the iron.
Yeah, yeah. Mold merger.
You can play my human if you want, but it's too soon. Too soon.
I think. Yeah, yeah.
Why did that orc not play Wave Lightning like the previous game we saw from Hearthstone? War Stab controls enemy Mountain King better.
What do you want?
But to be honest, if you're not getting Lightning Shield, sometimes maybe Shockwave is better if you're gonna go Grunt Raider.
Ready to work. What do you want?
Okay.
Something need doing? What do you want?
Do you see it?
I can do
Yep, and it looks a lot better. So whatever
Yeah.
we did worked.
to work.
Yeah.
So what's the matchup?
Undead, yes.
Something need
Oh, cool.
be happy to. We need more gold.
You do Blade 1 Burrow Grunt, you said.
Something need doing?
Yes.
Be happy to. Ready to work.
Oh, he's very recently retired. More recently than you.
Yeah.
You should say me from 29.
I'm not a chatter.
No. Okay.
One, because half of my keyboard is somewhere else, and two, because I feel like it's already difficult enough for me to play a decent game without the chatting.
Oh, so you can only speak with the left side of your keyboard when you
Yeah,
chat.
enter is somewhere else. I have to reach over. Like, I throw it away, the keyboard. I'm not here for chit chat, I'm here to game. I think. I don't have any theory on this, by the way.
Yeah. All right, let me guide you a bit more then.
Yeah.
Make shop.
Okay.
Yes. Ready to work. I can do work complete.
Grunt and then Peon.
Doing? We need
Let's do the orange camp to your left. And let's do a Peon scout. Now.
what do you want?
We'll put it near his expo.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Yeah, a bit below it, on the intersect of his base.
Happy to.
Below it, yeah, there. Okay, yeah. Make one more Peon to replace. And we're gonna critical strike first and take this orange camp on the left.
Yes. Oh, Are you hero and
The old man on the horse
Focus
first.
Yeah, focus wizard. And let the ogre warrior hit the ground. Yeah. Like that, like that.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Do I finish it or just the old man?
I finished the wizard. And make your ground... Okay, cool.
Then I
Yeah,
piss
finish
off, right?
everything, finish everything,
Oh.
finish everything. Burrow when you can. We're mainly establishing whether he's tier 1 expanding. If he's not, we're fine trading creeps. Okay, just stay there with the peon. Sell, double heal solve, speed scroll, don't need clarity. Okay, do one more creep. Any green camp, I don't really care which one. Take just the item creep to get level 2 so you have wind wall.
How do I know which one's the item creep? People in my chat keep telling me.
Usually the biggest one. This time it's the one in the middle.
Ah.
Yes, Frost, this sucks, but whatever.
Oh, he's coming.
Yeah,
Crypt Lord.
it's a Crypt Lord Expo, okay. Finish this, then we're gonna walk there, we're gonna double heal solve. You have to double Alt A again. To make him red. Okay, go. They can chase hits from very far. So careful for your ground.
More grunts, right?
Yeah, more ground.
Oh! Wrong button. Oh.
Okay, keep going. Your job is to cancel his expo so that it starts latest at like early. Okay, hold on. Windwalk. Okay, go. Send blade to his expo he's making. Save. Just go to his expo. Let the grunt. Whatever. Try to dodge. Cancel his expo. Okay. You can cancel Ziggurat. Would be very good if you did, but it's too late now. This is fine too. Get the next acolyte too. Let the Ziggurat go. Just try to get the next acolyte. You can also heal solve, run away a bit. Heal solve, don't get hit. If you're in threat of getting hit, windwalk instead. That's in the Rubian, do not go in its range. Go windwalk and go to the acolyte. He's sending one to the expo now. Cancel the final ground because you don't. Oh no, you don't have to cancel. That's fine. My bad. You have a third burrow. Kill the acolyte. The Rubian is not finished yet. Look at the clock. It's 4:30. It's already not bad, his expo timing. If you can make it after 5 minutes, it's good. Yeah, just kill it and run. That's good enough. Let's make Shadow Totem.
Shadow.
But only Totem.
Oh crap, I wasn't paying attention to this.
Yes,
Totem.
Impale. You need to save them with Windwalk's or Windwalk displacement if you know how.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll teach you after. Let's just go home. You're gonna need one more grunt now, because you lost one. And creep anything. Or stay near him. Actually stay near, he has no impale. Just keep like dancing with him forever.
Do I get my next tech structure or no?
Yeah, go tier 3. You can actually, because you have speed scroll, you can commit both blade and both grunts to cancel his gold mine. And then you speed scroll to get out. Unless he's guarding like this, then whatever. Let's not then. Let's not. Just don't get surrounded and make sure he doesn't get the creep for free. Shadow? Shadow is coming. You creep this. Kill the wizard.
Oh, this time he put it on the dragon.
Yeah, there's some. You can kill the one that doesn't have frost armor. And then leave the other because you don't want to get slowed. Okay.
Excellent choice. Are you hero and obey?
Got cancelled.
Ah.
Yeah. Let's start hexing and killing ghouls, or you can focus Crypt Lord, your choice. Meet with him. Don't lose sight of him. He was to the right of this ground. Make the walker and then get the upgrade in queue for the walker. Brute strength. Go check the laboratory. Go to the laboratory on his side. Bring everything together. You're gonna buy Shredder here. Oh, fight him. Kill. You wouldn't hex Ghoul there because he's not running. You would hex Crypt Lord instead.
Understood.
You need to focus Crypt Lord now. And when he's running, you can chase things. Okay, kill units again, kill units. Hex him as it's about to die to ground.
Hex bomb?
It denies XP. Heal self, and windwalk.
Are you hero and obey? Yes.
Oh, I got another one.
You can link and fight. You can link and fight.
Yes, Lord.
He is Impale again.
Excellent choice. I am
Okay, go to your own lab. We need the shredder.
hero and obey.
This is very challenging from here. We cannot creep this lab yet because of the ground loss.
I am yours.
We need to wait till heal self is back up.
Can we pull him or away or no?
Yes, you can, and you should.
Swobu, Noktar. Zugzug, Dab.
Ah,
Okay.
Yes, Lord.
No, too soon. He's gonna turn around. Okay, go.
I am yours.
Bye, shredder. Fight. Kill it.
go
Okay,
what?
too late. Okay, just go to your expo and creep it. Left. You need counter expo.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
More of these?
No. We are gonna wait to have 600 gold for Tiny Great Hall counter expansion.
Are you hero and obey?
Hex the priest before aggro starts. Oh, too late. He has inner fire. It's because Blade was too forward. You wouldn't know. Okay, send Blade to go get Tiny Great Hole now and bring 5 peons.
Yes, Lord.
You don't have to min-max lumber. You have shredder. You'll never have lumber issues again. Don't tank. Yeah, good.
Good, but I can get a quick question.
Next is gonna be TC. Put them in and rally them to stand next to it. Go creep anything. Just keep moving. You can creep together with Blade too.
You sure?
Don't let your peons go home. Yeah, you don't have enough damage to creep without Blade, maybe. You can disenchant the beetles. Focus Crypt Lord. Or ghouls, doesn't matter. Just kill stuff. Can disenchant those. Nice.
I should
Just micro to your heart's content, but make sure to start mining your peons. Hex things. Make 2B Siri at home.
I am yours. Excellent choice. Are you hero and obey?
We need 2B Series
Oh, to be serious.
Yes, Lord.
and a war mill with the final peon. Okay. TC needs to bring double clarity. Creep things near him to deny him future creeps. Anything. Creep anything near him. Like this, and the merc camp below, and his laboratory, etc.
This one's done already. Clarity?
Clarity,
Orb or no?
clarity. Yeah, orb 2. Spirit link up.
Yeah, I need a hotkey for that. Orb of lightning.
Okay. Use illusion to see where maybe he is. Creep anything nearby, preferably on his side of the map, and try to find out where he is. And make a burrow on Expo. Endurance or Stomp is both okay as a first. Okay. He's coming. You're gonna go Torrent Wyvern. You can creep. Look at this army. Yeah, just creep. Yeah. You have clarity. Give it to Shadow. Disenchant his frost armor. Remake Spirit Lane. Heal wave. Disenchant his summons. Stay here. Disenchant more. Focus Dreadlord. Or ghouls. Nice pass over. Careful, the next impale is going to be risky on Blade. Nice dodge. Okay. Nice more. Start making unit. Okay, go back a bit. Windwalk. Okay, nice. Let TC die, it's fine. Go home and heal. Heal everything up. Wyvern, Tauren, Burrow at the expo.
Wyvern?
Oh, Don't walk into the camp. Are you walking into a camp? Yeah, it's risky. Yeah, Wyvern Torrent. Wyvern Torrent, TC, Burrow.
Torrents?
Yeah, Torrents. Fortified defenses. Heal everything up. Mana potion on Shadow.
Need to change that too.
Okay. Creep Shadow to level up. You can put one walker there. You deal with it now with everything, and then later you leave one walker.
I am one.
Try not to show him your tech. And you have an illusion, right? Yes, Burrow. It's still there. But you're gonna leave one walker, so it's fine. No, it's lower, it's lower. Just leave it there. No, it's lower than that. Just leave it there. Alright, make Venom Spears. Creep the laboratory. It's right underneath where you are. Use an illusion to check his tech. I suspect we might be facing Mass Destroyer or Worm. We have not seen much. Link up a bit. Wait for Shadow 3 before you heal wave. Get Torrent Pulverize. See more. It looks like Ghoul Fiend. Pick up the Tome of Agility. Okay. Alright, no more Torrents. Creep red spot bottom left. Or top right, whatever, right? Creep.
What do I keep building?
Wyvern, attack upgrade. And one Kodo with drums.
We need more gold. I answer the call. Yes, Lord. I am one. Just as you do. Are you hero and obey? Taste of my blade.
Right. Send one of your lumber peons at home to check, is he coming for me? Just somewhere, right? And fortified defenses. It's good on TC or Shadow, that item. Heal wave. More Link. Always walk around linked, so that you don't have the delay of not having it once the fight begins. More Wyverns. Did you start fortified? Go to the top, go to your Mercamp. Middle top. Send this peon to the red spot. Wyverns should be in a separate group, walkers in a separate group. 1, 2, 3. Wyverns 2, walkers 3. Go to your Mercamp top. And you want heal scroll, ideally, but I think he's already finished the red spot, so get the Mercamp. Make more units. Attack upgrade for Wyverns. Just go to 90. There he is. Fight. Is it real? No, it's not real. It is real. Alright, pick up the tome. You can stay on 80 until you have more info, or you can go over and attack. I think you stay on 80, it's better. You don't have Kodo yet, right? Expand here with the peon. Get heal scroll. 2 heal scrolls.
Take your time. Look around.
Okay, only 1. Should not be on blade. Heal scroll. You will wait for another heal scroll for TC. You can also buy Circlet. It's a way to stay under upkeep, but still get value. Circlet for TC, quite nice. Might as well get Dust, since he has burrowed beetles. We'll wait for the heal scroll. Make sure to link up again in case the fight begins. Yeah, that's enough. There's only 1 unit now, not... And then get armor upgrade. Alright, the Torrent should not be possessed ideally. You can interrupt this with Hex, War Stamp, and Death. So when you hear he's possessing one of your Torrents, there'll be a little white circle and one of his Banshees will be channeling and stationary. This is nice.
Can I die from poison? No, right?
No. So if you had one more attack upgrade, this would have been enough. Oh, there he is. Alright, let's go defend. You can put them in the burrow. You're walking them away like they're StarCraft units.
Yeah, true.
Start remaking, just in case. Alright, remake them already.
Uh-oh.
All right, you're creeping. That's okay. Oh, that's Dispel.
Research complete.
All right. Focus Banshees and Fiends. This will be an interesting fight. Try to prevent him from possessing. Wyverns just A move. Get War Stomp on a lot of units. Make sure Blade is attacking, he's not attacking. Start heal waving. Oh, you can disenchant the green shit, by the way. He'll scroll. Nice. War Stomp. Link up. Another heal wave. Can make more Tauren, more Wyvern, produce. He'll scroll on Shadow. Heal wave. Can focus DK, he's half life. Or Stomp on DK. More Dispel, he has Scroll of the Beast. It's cooked.
That's bad, no?
Yeah, it's cooked. So the main thing is he crept more. It took a long time to get to like the next camp. And he basically crept more than half of the map. This is one of the main things. And then a little bit about micro. It is over. You may leave. I think you microed that quite well because you've never had this army.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And I didn't tell you in advance that disenchant works on the green stuff. So the
that's
green stuff,
anti-armor shell, right? Or anti-magic shell, yeah.
anti-magic shell, and it works against War Stomp damage as well as envenomed spear damage, which is a large part of your damage. So that should have been dispelled, and that's on me because I didn't say it in advance. Then in terms of the fight, he didn't actually get possession. So more Taurens would have been very good. This is something we didn't check. In my mind, he should have had possession, but maybe he didn't expect Taurens. Micro was really good considering this fight. He had level 5 Crypt Lord, and you were level 4-3-2. He was 5-3-3. So he was ahead, and this is because he crept a bit more.
Yeah.
Because he had a plan, he's experienced, and you're still wondering, should I attack, should I defend, etc., etc. So this creates a delay. I think you play again, you're going to do a lot better because you literally didn't know the playbook of what needs to be done, right?
Yeah. I think it would help a lot if I have a general overview of where I'm going, because now it feels like in the moment you tell me get the bestiary. Well, when I'm doing that, I'm not walking anymore.
For sure. The problem is it's quite a complex strategy, and maybe I should have tried. I'll be like, you're going to secure a Shredder, a tiny Great Hole Expo. Once you get there, you're going to go double bestiary, you'll make Wyverns and Torrents. Maybe like I can try to encapsulate that quickly somewhere in the middle while you're creeping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I mean, it's always going to be rough anyway.
Yeah, live coaching. But the conclusion of facing a Crypt Lord Expo, try to push their Expo back as far as possible while losing nothing. If you have grunts, you can commit to them onto the gold mine, only provided he's not already there. And then you can use Speed Scroll to get them out.
Yeah.
If he is there, then Blade could do solo job, especially when Nerubian isn't finished yet. Once it is, Blade actually falls under threat of the combined power of Impale plus Nerubian.
I don't know what Nerubian is.
The Nerubian is the slow tower.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So he makes a Ziggurat. If you can cancel the Ziggurat, at the moment when you killed the first Acolyte, should we watch the replay or not? Or don't need?
No, I don't think I need to.
Don't need.
No, I don't need. I think I remember it. Yeah.
So you killed the Acolyte. This is a nice time gain. You could have also gone for the Ziggurat cancel, maybe. That would have given you more space to use your units so that the Ice Tower doesn't come out yet. But overall, I would say that the achievement of delaying the gold mine was very well done. And this put us in a good spot to continue the game, to get to the other parts, which is Shredder, Tiny Great Hole, Triple Hero, couple of Walkers, Tier 3, and then setting up for some big guns like Wyvern and Tauren.
So my goal here is to, I got the what's it called, the Tauren totem.
Yeah.
Then I want to get the fortress ASAP.
Yeah, Totem Fortress ASAP, because our counter expo timing is gated by our tier 3 timing.
Okay.
Because Tiny Great Hole is a tier 3 item. And the reason we don't tier 2 counter expand is because they can go with Merc and or a lot of ghouls and a lot of summons. They can come with like 10 ghouls, 10 summons. And every time I try to counter expo at tier 2, they come and cancel it. And then eventually you get to like a pit of no comeback.
Yeah.
So the tiny takes away the chance for interrupts from an opponent. And the time until you get to tier 3 is time that should be spent either softening up the Crypt Lord or killing ghoul after ghoul after ghoul.
Yeah.
Before we go on, I need to show you micro.
Okay.
A little bit of micro.
Yeah.
The main reason, if I had to name a single thing here, is the engagements with the blade when the shadow comes out were not productive.
Yeah.
Because you had booked very good results on delaying. Okay, I'll host a game. Hearthstone 1. There is a faster way of doing it if I make it from the map, but I could make a map editor map instead. But this is okay too.
Do you have to play orc?
Yeah, you'll go. Let's both go orc. Yeah, I'm teaching him windwalk displacement now. This will only take about 4 minutes.
Yes. I can do that. Where something you're doing, be happy to. What you want?
You actually did everything right for windwalk displacement.
Yes.
And the reason it didn't work is because you moved the blade first instead of grunt first. That's it.
Ah.
I can do that. Something you're doing.
So you don't really even need to see it in action. Because I think you already understand the concept.
But I still would like to see it. So the unit that moves first gets popped out.
Yeah, correct. And so you can either... you moved your blade in with F1, I think?
Yeah.
Something you're
Yeah.
doing.
So when you move your blade in with F1, you don't have the grunt selected. I believe you were operating under a control scheme of group 1 has both blade and grunt.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, so you can either box select or press 1, and then you just press tab.
Work complete.
Do you need to press tab? You don't really need to. You just click the grunt in the UI.
Yes. Work complete. What you want? Something you're doing. Yes.
You can actually stop at 1421. Because we're not playing normal anyway. We're just trying to get as many grunts out as fast as possible. So at 1421, if you do a force return on peons now, you'll have 50. Make second racks.
What you want?
Yes.
Work complete.
I started my next burrow instead.
Okay, that's fine too. It can be like double ranks into burrow, or vice versa. This is like
Something you're doing.
this is like my go donkey style. Just like dumb. I'm gonna go mass grunts. It doesn't really make sense, but it's fun. Double racks, 14 pop, and then we make the burrow.
Does it work?
Well, only against lower level, right? Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't actually do anything.
Oh,
We'll meet in the middle.
Yes, I am yours. What task is there? Yes, Lord. Oh, what task is there? I am yours. Yes, Lord. What
Guess
you
we could
want?
bring peons, but we can just wait until we have enough grunts.
I am yours. What task is there? Excellent choice. Yes, I will hear and obey. Oh, yes, Lord. What task is there?
Oh, by the way, a cool trick you can do.
I am yours.
I wouldn't walk in. I see you are creeping.
Yes,
I go around the corner, drop my TP, attack it,
and obey.
windwalk again, come back around the corner.
Oh,
So if you show up and you see you're too early for a creep steal, You go around a corner where he can't see you, drop an item, attack. This forces you out of Windwalk. Then you pick up the item again.
Yes.
Then you can Windwalk again.
Are you hero and
See what I'm saying?
work complete.
Yes.
Excellent choice. Yes.
Of course, items only have 75 health, so you can only hit it once.
Yes, Lord.
This is why my TP died.
My life.
Oh, does the health, it stays?
Yes.
Yeah, even if you pick it up 3 times and then it dies.
Hero and obey.
Adios.
Oh.
Yeah. Every item has 75 health, and you can't critical strike or Windwalk backstab it.
We need more coal.
The more you know.
Yes, Lord.
All right.
Alright, so I got 4 grunts now. Can begin.
I surround my grunt.
Yeah.
Yes. Zug zug. Yes, Lord. Are you hero and obey? Yes.
Oops.
Are you hero
Yeah, I
and
did.
obey?
Okay.
Excellent choice. Are you hero and obey? Yes. Excellent choice.
Yeah.
Oh, I am your.
And then sometimes, if someone did attacks or moves, they will auto break the surround. But if they anticipate it, they may keep it. Don't kill my grunt. If they anticipate it and they keep the surround, then your blades will be surrounded, which means it's a double Windwalk operation, right?
Are you hero and obey?
So all I'm saying is, I go in for this surround, and I get it. You do the free, and if I was moved on the ground, then they will. It's a micro issue by me.
Yeah.
But if not, then you would need to get out again with a TP, invul, or a second Windwalk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you done a lot of body blocking? Not yet. Want to practice it a little bit?
Sure.
Okay, let's use 1 grunt.
Excellent choice.
Nice.
Are you hero and obey?
Surrounds, I can see that you can self-practice. I literally don't have to teach you surrounds anymore.
I am yours.
The only thing maybe that I haven't seen you do yet is northeast, southwest surround practice,
Yes. Are you hero?
which is instead of the loose wrap move command spam,
Are you hero?
is to see a unit that's kind of standing still.
Yes.
For instance, give me a unit,
Yes. What do you want? Oh. Yes. I am yours.
and then you do like, you put each unit in by itself.
Choice.
So always go northeast, southwest, not diagonal. I think you kind of know this.
Yes.
But let's practice some body blocks
Yes. Are you hero and obey?
with 1 unit against 1.
I am yours.
So let's see how we do this. Just give each other 1 unit, keep the rest away.
Yes, Lord.
Your grunt is gonna go to my base, but give me a small head start. All right, here we go. Go to my base.
Swobu, Loktar, Swobu, Dabu, Zugzug, Swobu, Zugzug, Loktar, Dabu, Dabu, Zugzug, Swobu, Loktar, Loktar, Zugzug, Dabu,
Now try to actually dodge me.
Zugzug, Swobu, Loktar, Dabu, Loktar, Zugzug, Swobu, Swobu, Dabu, Loktar, Zugzug, Dabu, Zugzug, Loktar.
So it's not good, right? If that's a unit that I'm killing, it'd be
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
So the way to escape that is to do more feint, like this and then this. So try to block me instead, to go to your base.
Alright.
So first, I'm not doing anything special. I'm just sending it, and I'm not controlling it again. So this is good. This is good blocks. So now when I'm actually starting to control, I'll be like this, and then this, and then this again. And then I'll try to get past by moving in a way where I try to get ahead of you by constantly doing northwest fake outs with different timings so that you don't get used to the rhythm.
Okay.
That's it. You understand. Now you can practice it yourself. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you wanna I play 1 ladder game and you watch?
Yeah. Yeah. One letter game.
Unless you have another preference?
No. One letter game like that, and then it's sleep time for me.
Okay, cool. Ah, fuck off. Starbuck. Alright.
Is he good?
He might have been watching. I don't know. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Okay. Don't forget you need to share still.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Orc mirror. Gonna go for the blades opening. He is not originally an orc, and I think therefore he is Farseer build.
What is he originally? He's undead?
Undead and then random. He's now a very good human player as well, and
Okay.
basically with every race. I think he's in my opinion, he's second best player in Europe after Happy.
Oh, wow.
MMR may or may not reflect it, but because he has that level on all 4 races, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Significantly younger. One of them young models. Many people that switch into Orc prefer Farseer because it's a bit more clear what the objectives are, usually a bit easier to control. So I'm expecting to face Farseer Headhunters, but you really don't know with him. When I am Blade, and it is indeed against Farseer Headhunters, the goal usually is to pimp up the Blade a bit with items. Keep in mind that most likely, I mean, he's higher MMR, right? So I'm not going to be able to show everything that I talk about. The goal usually is to get some Blade items, and then to shave off Headhunters before they reach critical mass.
With the blade exclusively?
Mostly, like, grunts from a single salvo of like 4 or 5 HH lose like 1/4 of their health already. And so they can't get a lot of hits in while Headhunters are kiting.
Yeah.
And it starts feeling inefficient. You will have them near, but you will think about whether you commit or not.
Yeah.
Now, if he's going Farseer, this camp is, in my opinion, most attractive. This one is hard because it has Purge. I'm gonna go Windwalk first, but not use it. Get 1 item. Hopefully it's Slippers. Okay, it's kind of... It's a cloak. Send Grunt into the map. Back to tier 2. Shop is like a few seconds too late, which is a bit cringe. So it is a Grunt opening. Could be Farseer Grunt opening. Could be Blades as well. Since we met at the same time, I'm actually assuming we roughly did the same thing. I don't want him to lead me where he wants me to lead. So I'm running away from where his Grunt was headed, and if I can, and he doesn't see it, I will start this. He doesn't see it now. So I'm giving him the idea that I might be here, but actually he's here. And he did get the Slippers, and he bought the Circlet, so he did the same thing as I did. But with better timing, and that freaking creep is slowing the Grunt, which is very bad. So that's a special thing that will only happen on this map, so now I'm behind. How did he get that turtle finished before I got there? How did he do it faster? Lol.
Maybe quicker. He had, because the thing was delayed, no? The voodoo.
Oh yeah, my voodoo launch was too late. I think he might go here now. Yeah, my shop was delayed, that's why. This is a tome, I think. Where would he go next? Here, maybe? I'm finishing this for some XP. This camp is possible with the second grunt. There isn't a lot of small green camps on the map, so... And I don't really have a lot of experience on this map, it's relatively new. I don't want to be seen by a grunt, so I'm gonna windwalk. Not here. Not here, alright. Then we have to creep this. So usually you windwalk into a place to maybe get a creep jack. And then if not, you gotta creep to make use of the windwalk damage. Otherwise you're just searching. You can never just search. You need to use the time you have.
I'm surprised how easy it is for you to creep these big ones.
Right?
Shocking.
I could dust and try to search, but I think if he shows up here, it's plenty bad.
Yeah,
So
might as well risk it all the way.
Yeah.
Yes, our town is under attack.
He's locked in. He's locked in my base.
I am yours. Excellent choice.
Direct my blade.
Oh,
I don't think I'm getting that. I'm gonna get dust and go home.
yes, our town is under attack. We're under attack.
Use my power. You be my next
Yes,
big
Lord.
death.
I am yours.
Still need my bestiary on time.
What task is there?
You be my next
Excellent
big
choice.
death.
What task is
Use
there?
my power.
I am yours. Yes,
Direct
Lord.
my blade.
Yes, Lord.
We are enemies.
I am yours. What task is there? Something is doing. Yes, Lord. I am hero.
He wants to make sure this lasts as long as possible.
Yeah, so he can creep a bit with the shadow.
Yeah.
What do you want? I am yours.
Direct my blade.
What do you want? Something is doing.
That's a beautiful move.
It's nice, but like he's probably level 2 by now, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely not 100% like a good thing. So now I want to creep something big to compensate. And instead of trying to mess with his shadow, who's just probably going to hex my blade a couple of times and run away, I want to make use of the bonus damage that I have from my blade. Well, even though he will have shadow 3 before me, at least I will have more total creeps, at least the moment I start creeping. I will have a higher creep rate now.
Yeah.
But he will have higher level shadow 3 earlier, and that is not a good thing. Now that I'm 3, I could give the rest the shadow. Kind of see where would he be.
Excellent choice.
Oh, it's just rushing. What? There he is.
Direct my blade.
Ready to ride.
Move faster. As
What task is there?
will be my next victim. It be a pleasure.
Not really stuck.
Under attack. I am yours. Are you hero?
We are
Handle me.
enemies be hiding.
What do you want? Oh, yes. Yes, Lord. Hey, are you hero? Handle me. What task is there? Yes, Lord. Excellent choice. I am yours.
Take your time.
Good heal scroll.
Ready to ride. Task is there. Oh, I am what task is there? Our town is under attack. Yes, Lord.
We are enemies be hiding.
Oh,
Direct my
yes.
blade.
I am yours. What task is there?
Use my power.
Yes, Lord.
Will be my next victim.
I am yours. Hey, yes. Oh, on the burning blaze. Say the word. What task is there? Yes. We need more number. Oh, I am yours. Need something. We need more number. Oh, hey, are you hero? I am the one. Excellent. Research complete.
We are enemies be hiding.
What task is there? I am yours. Yes. Yes, Lord. What task is there? I something is doing? Okay. I am yours. Yes, Lord.
My power.
We need more number. Excellent choice. Yes.
Direct
I am one. I am yours. Are you hero? We need more number. Task is there? Excellent choice. Yes. I am yours. I dreamed. Yes, Lord. Are you hero? Handle me. What task is there?
We are enemies.
I am yours. Yes, Lord. What
I ran out of lumber actually during that fight, funnily enough.
something? What task is there? I am yours. Yes, Lord. What do you want? I am my light. What task is there? Yes, Lord. I am yours. I am one. What task is there? Yes, Lord. I am yours. Yes, Lord. Excellent choice.
Whoa.
It's just around, but he has invul.
and obey. Excellent choice. I am yours.
I answer the
Word,
call.
say the word. Yes, Lord.
I am one.
I am yours. Yes, Lord. Word, ask you there. Yes, I will hear and obey. Yes, chieftain. Word, ask you there. We're under attack. Oh, say the word. I am yours.
I dreamed of
Yes, Lord. Oh, we need more power. I am yours. Yes, Lord.
troubles you.
I am yours.
I dreamed of this.
What do you
I
want? Yes,
answer
Lord.
the call.
Something
I am
Okay. We both didn't have Kodo because we both min-maxed the army instead.
Yes, Lord. I will hear you.
Oh, he also have the wrong thing, Lamau.
I am yours. Yes, excellent choice. Oh, we need yes, Lord. What task is there? I am yours. Trouble. Yes, Lord.
I am
What
one.
task is there? Oh, I am yours.
Roll the beast was pretty big there.
Yes, chieftain. What task is there? I will hear you and obey.
I
Yes, Lord.
dreamed
Yes,
I don't want to creep it yet because I don't want
yes, Lord. What
to get my stuff cancelled yet, my ensnare.
one.
excellent choice. I am yours. Yeah. I am a slave. Something need doing? Yes,
I
Lord.
dreamed of
What task is there? Yes, I am yours. What task is there? I will hear you and obey.
Are you ever planning on going above 50, or you're basically just below 50 and buying healing stuff and info pots?
I would like to go over, but first the Kodo. And heal scroll. Just in case he's here, I'm trying to compete for the item. So now I could Kodo then Burrow, or Burrow then Kodo. I'll Kodo first. That's a big mistake by him using ensnares on that. GG, nice.
Fat win. After a bad start.
Was it? Yeah, it was
You
bad.
lost the grunt for free.
Yeah, I remember now.
That's an
It was
interesting
bad.
one.
It was a bad start. It's interesting
I think right now my orc versus orc is the best.
because of this replay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is as clear as day. It's not going to get easier.
You understand you understand the 4 goals: fastest blade 3,
Yeah.
fastest shadow 3, fastest shadow out, the creep route shuffle early game,
Yeah.
hunting for items, hitting each other's grunt, saving speed scroll to save a grunt, having good creep routes, understanding how to ping pong into this camp and that, and make sure that you don't get your grunt stuck. He had a good start, then he attacked. He brought a peon, made a shop, very good habit. I guzzled more items than him. 3 heal pots, a mana pot. And then micro. You bring the peons. Peons share a spirit link. They add damage, they add tankiness. They have no attack priority, so they only die if they get attacked. Eventually, when link runs out, all will be 1 HP. That's when they're most worth it to actually attack manually, even during a fight, because it's 25 XP. And then you sell the peons surround potential.
Yeah. Oh, I actually have one more question. A general question. Is there like somewhere where you can see which creep is dropping the items?
No.
Is there like no Wikipedia or something, or?
You can go to the map editor, yes.
Okay.
So if you go to the Battle.net launcher and you look over the play button, there is launch world editor. You can go to the W3 Champions folder, look at the map, and then you'll see it. But otherwise, it's more of a, you just need to know.
Okay.
Of course, you can start like a CG, do all the cheats, build fast, kill everything on the map, and then you'll see it as well.
Okay.
Good.
That's all I needed to know.
Very good session, Hurst.
I would like to have like this. This is the clearest plan that I've had. The Orcus.
Okay, I'll give you a plan for every matchup. You asked me before, I'll give it now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share a notepad.
Okay.
I'll send it to you as a copy paste on Discord, but first I'll show it via screen share.
Okay.
Go live with notepad. Okay. All right. Flashbang. Orc versus orc. You have two choices. We only follow the blade.
I'm not seeing nothing yet. Oh no, no.
Really?
Oh,
You
no,
are,
sorry, that's
okay.
my bad. It just keeps changing in Discord.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Do we only start with blade? Because you just make a choice, right? It's either always blade or always farseer. If we're not looking at maps, so it's a lifestyle. What is your lifestyle choice?
We're blade.
Cheese?
We're bladey boys. Bladey boys.
Okay, we're blade boys.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Only the noobs
Blade.
they play Farsi every game.
Blade 1 burrow tech. 3 grants total. SH. Blade 1 burrow, to be clear, shop tech. Blade 1 burrow shop tech. 3 grants total. SH. 1 bestiary. 1 totem. Raider walker. 50 pop. 3 raider. 2 walker. 3 grunt. 1 kodo. Don't replace grunts as readily with grunts. So it is perfectly fine to also be 4 raider, 1 kodo, 3 walker, 1 8, 1 grunt.
Yeah.
Right? And then of course micro is like raiders hit kodo and walker, walkers hit grunts, grunts hit
Raider.
raiders, but everything can hit anything so long as you want to focus fire it down.
Yeah.
There's a lot of micro. We can practice that more later, but this is the plan. Top 5 goals is fast BM3. One is BM item farming. 2 is fast BM3. 3 is fast SH. 4 fast SH3, and 5 is first to get the kodo. Can be on 43 pop or on 46 pop. And then the plan for post 50 is at least have invul, heal scroll already. Don't need war mill upgrades. Warm upgrades. Don't need war mill upgrades. Can prep with 50 under 61 or 50 under 71, depends. And then I would say actually it's much more common to go to 60 than to wait all the way to 70. You usually don't get to play that greedy.
Okay.
400, 600 gold, go over.
Yeah, understood. Okay. Expansions don't exist in this matchup, right?
Correct.
Okay, good.
Orc versus Night Elf, what do you know? Okay, let's write upon that empty template.
I mean, I've played so far. I played grunts, 1 grunt into 3 headhunters.
Ugh.
I saw Lynn play this game.
Against who?
Remind, maybe? But I felt while watching the games, I felt like Remind was worse than Lynn was.
Yeah, Remind was really good in 2010. And then he retired for much longer, and he somewhat recently came back. Has higher MMR than me, by the way, already, I think. But he is definitely out of the meta. Remind is like the elf version of Focus, by the way.
Okay. So if I ever decide to join the dark side,
Yeah,
I'd look at him. Okay.
you look at him, if he's still active.
Yeah,
Elves are quitters, after all.
true.
No, that's not true, guys. I'm just joking. All right, so...
No, it is true. He's not joking. He's speaking the
Blade.
truth.
Usually it's the same, actually.
Okay.
But it's not total, so I'm going to leave that word out. And then 1 lodge.
That's the first thing I built, a lodge.
Yeah. Usually, if they go keeper, if got. Okay, we need to get if thens.
Yeah, okay. Majority of my games are Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
Actually, it might be 50-50, Demon Hunter and Keeper of the Groove.
Keeper of the grooviness.
Counter Expo, meaning I build an Expo and they build an Expo?
Yeah. If they go keeper, usually they have expo, but not always.
Okay,
Which means you usually expo if they do.
okay,
But to be honest, it's my worst matchup. So we will learn it together.
okay. Exciting.
This is like standard, but yeah, I'm losing some games. If DH, usually right now the biggest meta is that they go bears. Is this also your findings?
They build like 3-4 Dryads and then they make the bears.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I haven't really solved this yet at my level too much at the
Okay.
moment.
Solve
Like,
it for my level.
Yeah, solve it for your level. So there's two ways to do it. If DH, Keeper of the Grove, or Naga into either one of these. Naga, Dryad, Bear, add some Archer at start. Right?
Mhm.
Can be Mana Burn, Evade, or sometimes Immolation, Mana Burn. Right?
Yeah.
So you is Blade, Shadow. You started with Granted.
Uh-huh.
Right? Started with 3 grunts. Then it's basically like Orc Mirror, which is Raider, Walker, Kodo. And also usually Hex Heal. Although snakes are very attractive to get against Dryads, the existence of Mana Burn makes
guy.
picking Snake Heal very risky.
You really hate that guy.
You hit that guy.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of ways to do with Mana Burn. Large armies, it's harder for him to get to your shadow. You can ensnare him. You can move your shadow away. And you can hex him before he gets to you, which has several advantages. Not only are you not getting burned for a while, but also he's not damaging anything except for Immolation, which is passive. So it just puts him out of commission for a bit.
Okay.
So usually it's Hex Heal. And it also helps with, like, let's say in a world where you're like, well, I think Snake Heal is better because he went 6 Dryads into Bears. So what happens is you've got Blade, 3 Grunts, and Shadow. Demon level 2, or if you're unlucky 3, shows up. And then he just burns you for 100, and then he walks away. And there's nothing you can do because you don't have Raider yet. But you've got snakes. You're creeping snakes, and now you're no mana. That means you spend 140 gold on double clarity to get back up there. So usually Hex feels quite necessary.
Yeah.
And then Heal is your main spell, and you'll use Hex and Ensnare to keep the mana burn away, and then you'll try to get as many heals off as possible in a fight.
Okay. Is it normal
So
to be down a level against Elf?
I don't think it's normal,
Okay,
but
every
it
single
always
time.
happens.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because they start creeping before the hero's even out. They finish the creeps the moment their hero pops.
He's right.
If I do nothing, he walks to the next creep. If I play on Echo Isles, they start with the merchants and then they walk to the other one.
Amen, brother.
Okay. Yeah, I hit this.
I'm glad to have I'm glad to have a fresh set of unbiased eyes.
I hate him too.
I think we should throw the whole lot out of here. Every last one of them elves. So the difference with Orc Mirror is that you don't want to go as heavy on Raiders. Whereas we go 4 Raiders against against Orc, it feels a lot worse to do that against Claws.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a dance around how many Dryads does he have. Obviously, if he maxes on 50 population Dryad and then uses that as a cover to go tier 3, he's looking to get a lot of value early out of those. And if you then don't have enough Raiders, eventually you lose your ability to micro because none of the Dryads are going to stand still for you to kill it. You'll go heavier on Raiders.
Yeah.
And the delicate balance is not to overproduce, because I've taught you how to dance with Raiders against human. The same is true against Orcs sometimes. The same is true against Elf. But if you have 4 Raiders against 5 Bears
Good
and
luck.
1 or 2 you're dancing, it's like, okay, cool, but like you're getting shredded. We're dying out here, right? Like, because Bears have really high DPS. So usually usually max 2 raiders, in my opinion. And then 1, 2, then 3, 4 Kodo. So you try to eat as much as you can. And the cool thing is I usually put Raider Kodo in one group. I think Lynn does it differently. And this is because then I can do the group with the Raider Kodo. I'll do double ensnare, then I tap, devour. And also Raider Kodo both have positive damage type against Dryads, Siege and Piercing. So they're a good Dryad killing squad as well. Always try 2 speed scroll per fight, so that you can engage with it and disengage with it.
Okay, makes sense.
The old rule, I don't know if it's still true, needs testing.
Anti-pickup
I
donated
feel like it's not true anymore
€3
because of some
33
reasons.
Good night,
In the
guys.
past,
I hope
I
you
found it to be
remember me.
true. Never
This
fight
is
at
Debrav
50,
Mark.
which
Follow
would
me on
be
Instagram.
3 Ground, 2
Nickname
Raider,
Debrav
3
Mark.
Walker, 1 Kodo. This is your ideal army, by the way. I guess I should put this more prominently. 50 pop, right?
Yeah.
Never fight at 50 because he'll be 45, 50 himself. And you can't win that fight. But what you can win is 60 v 50 is goal. Just have more.
Have you considered just running faster?
No, but this was realistic in 2008. I don't know if it still is, because Immolation has added seconds to their build. This is the goal. And I would say it's even still better to be 60 against 55. Because 50 pop army is 1 Kodo. And 60 pop might be 2 or 3. So it's quite a big difference.
Yeah. Okay, I understand that. Yeah.
These days, they sometimes get Thorns. Back in the day, it was usually Demon Panda, Demon Beast. Now it's sometimes Demon Keeper. They go Entangle, and then they go Thorns. So with Thorns, you're hitting yourself. And that means that actually maxing on critical strike may not be as attractive as it normally is. Because a long time trading means that you're hurting yourself. So the cool thing about Devour and Walker damage on bears is that it doesn't get affected by Thorns. Now, you can't just blindly make triple Walker, because what if he's not getting bears and it actually is 1 million Dryads? If you make this decision, if Demon Keeper bears, right, it's 1 Bestiary, 1 Totem. You make this Totem decision before you know if he's going to click tier up to tier 3.
Yeah.
And you do want to get something. You want to get 1 Walker with Disenchant. But my rule is that if I got baited by mass tier 2 Dryads and I do have a Totem, I make exactly 1 with 1 upgrade and then no more.
Yeah. We're not going to sunk cost it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not going to sunk cost. Well, I should make 3. But we're not going to neglect it either, because we already have it. And we still need Dispel. This also means we're not casting any Spirit Link, because it's our only Dispel.
Yeah, and we use it on the Roar.
Use it on Roar, use it on Rejuve, use it on Entangle. But if we start linking, then we have to disenchant. We remove some of our own link, and then we link again. Right? That's big game hunter style. If you have multiple walkers, you can play like that. With 1, every mana cost is very important. So we save it for Rejuve, Roar, and Entangle.
Okay.
And in fact, I don't remove Roar enough. I need to practice this more too. So this is kind of the goal. And the playbook, again, usual goals. Shadow 3 is a goal, Definitely Shadow 3 is a goal.
Yeah.
60 pop is a goal. Now, this is the 1-base playbook, but I recently talked to Knof, Swedish orc. He's a bit lower MMR, but he's a smart guy and he's a good player. And he watches more games of the pro. He says Lin and Focus have been getting 31, 34, 37 pop tier 2 expos.
Ooh.
Same concept as against human. Instead of being 60 against 50, you'll probably be 45 against 40, right? And so because they're forced to attack into you, they don't get to creep the whole map with a million Ancient of War camps and Immolation and so on. They're going to feel like they're going to want to come early. You make a second shop at your expansion. You don't invest in toothpicks. No watchtowers, right? It's not going to do shit. Bears will just destroy it.
Yeah, terrible.
You're expanding, and then you'll try to just play tempo style, get a nearby voodoo lounge, and make your Kodos and your Raiders and your Walkers, and then you'll be in fight. He'll have the cost efficiency of his Moonwells and Staff and Rejuve. You hopefully will not be cost efficient, but instead you'll have more money because of the expo.
Okay.
Needs testing. I heard this from Knopf, haven't been able to apply it yet.
Okay.
And he said they try to mess with the elf early so that the elf doesn't get like level 3, level 4 for free. So you get your key items, just like an Orc Mirror, and then you go like stay near him without fully trading and dropping to 1 HP, which would allow him to take another camp again. So you just kind of like stay in touch, prevent him from doing anything overly greedy that's not allowed.
Okay.
Orc versus human can be 34, 37 pop expo. It's FSTC, Grand, Raider, Shaman, HH, Kodo, or I guess I should say it in this order. And then use speed scrolls. I feel like you're pretty clear on the game plan based on our games and analysis.
Yeah. I feel this game plan is clear.
Late game doctor. Usually with Stomp. Did I tell you to go wave or did you?
I went wave.
Okay. Usually it's with Stomp.
Okay.
The cool thing about Stomp, Lightning Shield, obviously everything is stunned. You've got Lightning Shield. It's adding extra damage, making your Stomp basically do double damage. And because you stomped his priests, they can't immediately dispel. Whereas
And they can't heal either.
Then they can't heal. They can't dispel.
My gosh.
Yeah.
I hate these guys too.
Orc versus Undead, you had a really strange niche game, and I actually bait you to play the playbook of Hitman. Hitman was playing this style. Blade, triple grunt shadow, 1 totem, tier 3. Nobody else did it, only I copied him, and even Lynn didn't think it's worth copying as far as I know. Like the Torrent double bestiary wyvern. But I had good results with it. I feel like it was a good build. And thanks Dandy, thanks for the raid. And so that's very specific against Cryptlord Expo. Normally, you may face DK Ghoul into DK Lich, some Fiend maybe, or not. Could be Ghoul Destroyer. And then if you are Blade opening, the playbook is BM SH TC, 1 Rax, 1 Bestiary, 3 Grunt, 1 Raider, or 3 Grunt, 1 Wyvern into 1 Raider. And basically, this is because if they're skipping Fiends entirely, this is like a free unit for a while. It's also better at creeping than 1 Raider.
And you can shoot at the... You just use the creeper or you... What?
Yeah, the Wyvern is not going to do any kind of harass. You're just using it together with your Shadow plus 3 Grunts. And the Wyvern actually has like 30, 40 piercing damage. And so if you don't make sure it's not getting attacked by creeps, it's just a good creeping accelerant. While forcing him to get web if he has any fiends. Web costs 125. That's a nice bonus. Maybe you lose the Wyvern. You don't remake it. You just start with 1. It can even be...
Ooh.
So these are some variations.
But I'm always going fast. I'm building a single structure, single tech structure, and I'm going quick into the tier 3.
Yes, and this is because Undead can get Lich with Frost Armor.
Yeah.
And that's why you need Lightning Orb.
Yeah.
Lightning
so
Orb.
I get the hero first and the bestiary, and then I tech.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Shadow as fast as possible. Then tech, then bestiary.
Ooh, okay. Gotcha.
The threats, Lich, Frost Armor, Destroyers, and the Lightning Orb Blade is good against all of this. Because it can purge Destroyers and freeze them midair. It can remove Frost Armor.
Yeah. It's also banging against the statues when they're by themselves.
Yeah. Make sure you have Invul when you have Invul, you can literally just kill him as his whole army watches. Kill a statue.
I remember that actually, that interaction from back in the day as an undead watching them explode.
Now you're on the other side.
Yeah.
Welcome to the dark side.
Yeah, that's lovely.
And then basically, staple unit generally is Raider. Is Berserker. Upgrade them a lot. Support units necessary. 1 Kodo minimum.
Okay.
And 1 to 3 Raiders.
Okay. Berserkers. Do I need an upgrade for that?
Yeah, I listed it here, see?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Headhunters Berserker upgrade. I actually had this in my own document in the end. I had the...
Your notes on your late stage WarCraft practice?
Yeah.
But
It
you weren't
showed-
Orc.
It versus Undead, it said TC into double bestiary, then expansion, and then Headhunters and tier 3.
When was this from? You mean from way back when or recently?
No, from this morning. This is what I wrote down.
Oh, okay. Wait, double bestiary? You want to? I think we don't want to do that.
No, I don't. We don't want to do that now. But I've learned a lot since this morning already.
Yeah, actually, sometimes super late game can add bloodlust or Tauren.
Don't they just eat you with the destroyers though? The blood.
Oh yeah. But I've seen Fly do it once, and did he beat Happy once recently, guys? But sometimes Fly gets bloodlust against super late stage undead. We're talking like 80 pop plus.
Okay.
Once recently, and I've seen it before. Back in the day on Echo, you would get these massive turtle fiestas where both would just sit back at 80 pop and just farm until both mines are empty, and then he would add bloodlust, and it looks good.
Okay. But this is like very deep.
Very deep late game.
Yeah.
Only
I'm
if
playing
you're
most of my games in the first 6 minutes with my superior Blade Master movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is if you're banking on 80.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. I'll copy paste this too.
Yeah. So I'm playing Blady Boy in three matchups. Oh, I had another question.
Okay,
The spells against Elf. The people were telling me mirror image is not bad.
Yeah. I started saying that and I forgot. Again, theory. I haven't felt confident in against Elf for a while. But if they have thorns and in general, image is very good. It's not uncommon to go 1 Windwalk into mirror image second if you're against keeper first. So Windwalk first, mirror image second, because mirror image dispels Entangle. It dispels Acid Bomb, which you will face sometimes. You will sometimes meet Keeper Alchemist with Mass Tier 1. It's another build they do. Okay. And then it also just tanks a lot. When they have Dryads, they will dispel, but Dryads can only dispel 4 times at max. And you do image, and you do it again, and do it again. And I think part of it's going to tank bears when he doesn't dispel. Part of it's going to empty his abolish pool so that other things maybe don't get abolished. Part of it is that he's going to be busy with it. And part of it is going to be, if it's annoying enough, he's going to want to start mana burning your blade. Shadow will still be Shadow will still be a higher prio target. But it could definitely happen that he thinks the first burn will go to the blade. Then I'll get in position for Shadow. Or I'll try to get the Shadow. I can't get to him. Well, I'll just take the consolation prize. That's great. Reprieve for your Shadow.
Okay. Oh, I had another question.
Good.
In the spirit of no dumb questions, the Dreadlord.
Yeah.
I lost the game to him today. And I was thinking to myself, do I just keep my grunts at home?
You lost your grunts because you just stopped controlling them and left them near him.
Really?
Yeah. He didn't sleep surround them if that's what you thought happened.
I have no clue what happened. But mentally, I feel like sleep is very scary. It's the spell I'm most afraid of.
It's not scary. You had walkers, you have Spirit Link. Keep in mind, sleep, if it's for surrounds, is a tool of single target damage. Right? He manipulates movement so that he can single out a unit. But Link is the counter to single target damage.
Okay.
So even if he does it, it's fine. And it's also dispellable by an auto attack by you or by disenchant. So if he does it from long range, it shouldn't work.
What if it's first? Dreadlord first.
Dreadlord first can work. It becomes a battle for mana. So you have your Windwalks if you're being efficient. then your blade will never die to his sleep. But if you're being inefficient, it may happen. And if you feel the pressure of wanting to cancel his gold mine, and you're constantly hitting it while he's hitting you, and then his ice tower finishes, and you start walking away with slow, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna sleep you, and then I'm gonna hit you, and you will run again, and you get slowed. Sometimes Dreadlord can actually suddenly work, because your 20 seconds wind walk is not long enough to get you out of the danger zone.
Yeah.
And so it can work. It's also good against Farseer opening, because he doesn't have wind walk. But overall, Dreadlord is the weaker version of Cryptlord Fast Expand. It does
Okay.
have its own threats and should be taken seriously, but overall, on average, it's a little weaker.
Okay. Yeah, clear as day.
Good luck.
Yeah, I think this is it for the week as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of data. It's a lot of prac. You've got plenty to work with. We'll meet again next week.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
I'll be a different human. Well, a different orc when you see me next time.
Good.
All right. Thanks.
Okay, see you next.
See you next. Ciao, ciao.
Was fun.
Yeah, it was
Good
good.
job. Bye.
Another tiring session. I think I'm just gonna sleep because I'm tired as hell. So that's what I'm gonna do. We'll be back tomorrow. More streaming. No, I'm not gonna play more WarCraft 3. I'm really tired. I played a bunch already today. Earlier today as well. I got a lot of info. So I need to read it a bit tomorrow and I'll practice it a bit and then we'll be back. So planned for now, what I'm thinking of is tomorrow I'll be online in about 12 hours from now. I'll start with a bit of WarCraft 3 and then I'll follow it up with 3-4 hours of StarCraft. All right? I'll see you all then, or I don't. Either way, good night. Have a nice day. A nice night. Ciao, ciao.